How's that mic today?
Better. It feels like it's raised a little bit.
Oh. Looks like your chair got brought up a little bit.
I like this because I like to put my knee here.
Yeah.
That's just me doing it, though. It's more comfortable.
It's a power struggle behind the scenes. Jim and I are asking the engineering department to raise our chairs. Like, every time one leaves the room, like every time Jim leaves the room, I ask for an extra inch on my chair. And then when I leave, Jim wants to get a little higher.
You can just do it yourself.
No. I mean, the chairs are as high as they'll go. They're at capacity.
This is as high as I want it.
Well, then I need mine a little bit higher.
I'm very comfortable. I like to rest my knee on this. It's comfy.
It looks comfy.
It is.
Welcome. Here we are. It's Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. It's going to be a good show today.
Yeah. Let's talk about Cindy Brady. I'm very upset.
You're very upset about Cindy Brady?
How funny. Of all the people to be fucking writing faggot in a DM.
I know.
It's the goody gumdrops from the Brady Bunch.
She's just so mad. She's so angry. Like, you could tell she's got a hairline trigger. Who knew? First of all, who knew Susan Olsen was hosting a radio show?
I did not know that.
She had a job in L.A. On a radio talk show called Two Chicks. Is that what it was called? That's cool. Two Chicks. Sorry, I didn't read the whole title of the show. The name of the show is Two Chicks Talking Politics.
That's pretty cool because they don't spell out talking as talking.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But they didn't even add, like, for alliteration purposes. For a second, I thought it was going to be politics with a CKS. So it was the same as chicks. But it's not. They just took the G off talking.
Yeah.
Two Chicks Talking Politics.
Sounds like a good show.
I've never heard of Two Chicks Talking Politics before.
Oh, I love it.
Let's go. Tefbox, have you heard of Two Chicks Talking Politics?
No, it's unheard of.
It's really good.
There should be a radio show about it.
Yeah, she says one thing, the other girl says the other thing, and it's like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, man. That
really
sounds
good.
like I'd be glued to my radio.
I love it.
It was Susan Olsen and Sheena Metal. You think Sheena Metal is her real name? Sheena Metal.
I don't know. It sounds to me like she's always in everybody's business.
Not metal.
All right. No, I don't know.
Sheena's meddling again. Oh, that's Sheena Metal, huh?
Wow, she's been meddling in the icebox. That's a big lady.
It's not a flattering photo. Is that
no, it's not.
Is that a little something caught in her, between her two teeth?
Yeah, fucking blood. She's bleeding gums.
That's what it is, right?
I don't know. There's something they eat in, I want to say it's Yemen. It's called cat. Or it's like CHAT. It's a drug you chew. It's the leaf.
I thought it was just cats.
No. It makes your it gets you high and it makes your gums really, really bloody.
Yeah, because there's a photo of, what's her name? Sheena Metal on the red carpet.
Fuck yeah.
And she's either got a big chunk of red pepper in between her front teeth, or her gums. She's got really bad bleeding gums.
Look up see a cat that drugs. See what that does to you. That's exactly what it looks like, but a milder case of it.
Maybe they're just overworked.
Yeah, that might be it. They're a little too busy.
Those gums of hers, yeah.
Might be CHAT. Yeah.
When they're not flapping, they're chomping.
Yeah.
Poor Sheena Metal. All Sheena Metal wants to do is be disguised on the radio, have nobody look at her face, have nobody look at her body, nobody's judging her. And Cindy Brady has to come along and fuck everything up. You think Sheena Metal has cat gums?
That really fucks you. You see how bad that makes you feel?
Oh my God. It looks like the mouth that Steve Martin shows Rick Moranis in Little Shop of Horrors.
I don't remember it.
When he's sitting there in the dentist chair, and he's got like furry gums and stuff. There's like a fungus all over the gums.
Oh, are they bad?
Oh, bad. Really bad.
They're furry?
Yeah. There's like this like fuzz, you know? It's really bad.
Oh.
But poor, Sheena Metal. Maybe we should try to get her hired here to be our lady in the room. Wouldn't that be cool?
I'd love to have Sheena Metal. Have a pen, Adrian.
If the two of us were just talking and Sheena Metal was like, let me give you guys a look at the other side.
A lady's perspective.
Yeah, contradicting point of view. There's a little too much testosterone in here.
Yeah.
Sheena Metal is here to bring that down.
Yeah, a lady to kind of bring it back and give us the other side.
Oh, yeah. Is that what Sheena Metal is, a lady?
Yeah, she's a lady.
Look at her. Oh, she's got those billowing. She's got she loves wearing a silk blouse.
I'll say she's a happy lady.
She looks like it.
She smiles a lot.
Big old smile.
Sheena Metal.
Sheena Metal.
Wow.
She does have like older man used to be in an 80s rock band hair. You know
Yes,
what I
she
mean?
does.
Like a grown-out mullet where she knows she shouldn't wear a mullet anymore, but she still slicks it back in the front.
She looks like Eddie Trunk.
Eddie Trunk's lost a bunch of weight. Before Eddie Trunk lost his weight,
Yeah.
he looked like Sheena Metal.
I guess she was a stand-up. Okay, they showed her doing stand-up, so I don't know her, but I guess she was a comic. Okay.
No wonder. Her own themed nights. Sheena Metal's Midnight Madness.
I wonder if there were political shows.
Let's see. At the world-famous Laugh Factory, she'd have Sheena Metal's Midnight Madness.
Wow.
And then also inside the girls' locker room. Oh, so she is. She would be good to have in here because she's been in the locker room a time or two.
She understands.
She's not afraid to let her mullet down. she's not afraid.
So she's our partner. Our partner.
Sheena Metal still, I believe, has her job, and she should. Queen of the nighttime world.
These old. These look old though. These probably like mid-90s.
Well, how did you guys not know? We should have a better staff than we have. It says right here, she's a Los Angeles entertainment icon. You guys need to be aware of entertainment icons. Like if Jim and I, otherwise Jim and I are going to sound like total assholes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We don't know what's up.
Yeah, we came on. Are you serious? We came on the air without knowing who Sheena Metal was? You need to let us know. Yeah, she's anchored numerous radio shows for over 10 years, including The Sheena Show, The Late Night Booty Call, Sheena and the Princess, and, Sheena and Sam.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Coming soon to Sirius XM.
How great would that be? I'm just doing a show with Sheena Metal.
That would make everyone involved very happy.
You'd be okay with that?
Yep.
So Sheena Metal, she's sitting there. She's making a good living for herself, doing a radio show with Susan Olsen, Cindy Brady.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's one of those things. Like, it's like, you ever seen the movie Magnolia?
Yes.
Where William H. Macy just has the job at the Radio Shack type store, so the guy can put his face on the billboard and say, "Quiz Show Donnie is here."
I don't remember the movie.
That's why Susan Olsen has this job, so they can be like, "Hey, it's Cindy Brady in the afternoon." You know what I mean? They just throw her someplace.
She, they do some kind of political. This lady hosted a gay pride festival, so I don't think she's like homophobic. There's Sheena Metal.
Well, they need contradicting point of views on the Two Chicks Talking Politics show.
So they hosted, and they had some gay actor on.
Yeah, I guess.
Openly gay, and apparently they had a pleasant chat. And she's just not 100% on board. I'm guessing she's more conservative. She's real pro-Trump.
Well, if it's Two Chicks Talking Politics, she would probably take the other side. They had Leon Accord Whiting. Do we know who Leon Accord Whiting is? What show he was on or something?
I do not know who he is.
Leon Accord Whiting. He was on Two Chicks with Politics.
And I guess they didn't agree.
Yeah. I don't know him by his face. But yeah, so I guess she was on the show talking about conservative politics, I would imagine. She was talking about Trump and not maybe agreeing with everything that Leon felt or said.
But what was said, 'cause this article that we're reading is not as thorough as the one I'd read an article that said everything that was said on the air. Mm-hmm. And now this one, I guess they just didn't agree, or they said they took a photo and they were friendly afterwards, and then he went on Facebook
Right.
and asked for her to be fired.
Right.
What a douche.
So they were disagreeing on the air, but it wasn't this sort of like, oh my God, this is terrible. It was just two people that had a disagreement.
Susan, I thought Monday night's show was really great, but it would seem that one of our participants,
If she heard this clip, she wouldn't be happy.
was less than sporting. Since he has done nothing but talk smack about us, Sheena's a much better person than I am. She tells me to take the high road. Please don't engage with Leon. Oh, yeah? I will engage with Leon. That is Leon Accord Whiting, a.k.a. Pussy of the Year. You fucking snake in the grass. Don't have the nads to stand up to me. You don't have the balls to stand up to Cindy Brady. What a pussy you are. How could a person who is agreeing to a venue where there will be disagreement be such a spoil sport? It's spoil sport when all is done. I thought everything was cool because that's the way we want it. Two chicks at Two Chicks. Oh, that's
the abbreviation for the show. Hey, what do we got
no.
for Two Chicks this morning?
It would seem that this lost soul has an ankle to bite. What a very sad and tiny person he must be. This only makes the show stronger and definitely may resolve my resolve huge.
You get it? Cindy doing a Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Ugh.
We all posed for a nice picture after the show, and you turncoat? What a nasty little man you are. I like the fact that she went out and called him out like that because he puts a post up about her.
Right before this came out, he put up a post that said it's wildly irresponsible for LA Talk Radio to allow a Trump fanatic to co-host one of their programs where she can spew her idiotic lies unchecked.
First of all, can you jump in? Yeah, that's not irresponsible. They're allowed to do that.
Of course, that's what radio is for.
Yeah, what do you think? It's all the truth? We're all so informed?
It's a talk show. Nobody's listening to Cindy Brady and Sheena Metal the way they listen to like CNN or something like that.
Meanwhile, if he's an actor, it's like your whole job is to do things that are fake and are exaggerated. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Radio people can't do it. It's not the news.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's the exact place. So he got upset about that. He goes, being a liberal and a patriot are mutually exclusive. Hillary, Sheena, man, I think LA Talk Radio needs to give Cindy Brady her walking papers. I will not listen to or appear on any shows there from this point forward until she's gone. Oh, boy. I don't know how they're expected to do shows without Leon Accord Whiting. This isn't just disagreeing on, say, tax plans or foreign policy. Susan Olsen spreads outrageous misinformation, and it is dangerous and unprofessional. He's accusing Susan Olsen of being one of those fake newsers.
Yeah, well, this is typically what I can't stand about Hollywood, because then he goes on Facebook. Misinformation is not an opinion. Dishonesty is not an opinion. Stupidity is not an opinion. Racism is not an opinion. Xenophobia is not an opinion. Free speech should be embraced. There's always a but.
Yeah.
But free speech also includes being allowed to call insanity for what it is. Yes.
That's fine.
Sure. Instead of being polite and pretending it's just the expression of an opinion, you can call it for what it is, but you're asking for her to be fired because you don't like what she said.
Right.
What phony.
It's one thing for him to go out and say she's out of her fucking mind.
Fuck her.
That's fine. But for him to go out and say it's wildly irresponsible for LA Talk Radio to allow this person to be on the air and I'm not coming back until she's fired is totally different from what he's talking about.
He just didn't like her opinions.
Yes.
No one looks to fucking Susan Olsen for okay, you're the arbiter of all things true.
Right.
You might go, what's her opinion on it? But no one thinks that she's she's Cindy Brady. Nobody says, what does Cindy think?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Right. Right. She probably got the best of him a little bit on the air. He probably felt a little silly about it. And he had friends, I'm sure, that after he was on the show was like, were you really on that show? I mean, the way she was talking, I don't even think you should be a part of it. So she ended up, after the message that Jim read, she ended up sending him a private message.
Is this his IMDb?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in the apple tree. Remember the apple tree?
Wait, Nathan Adler. Oh, that's him.
He played Nathan Adler in
that was a
Old
character
Dogs
name. Okay.
and New Tricks.
Okay.
I hope Nathan Adler didn't say anything offensive. Oh, boy, not on Old Dogs and New Tricks.
By the way, who's to define what racism is? Because her opinion is not what your opinion is. That's racism.
Same with
because she doesn't agree with
xenophobia.
xenophobe, of course, or homophobe, whatever it is. But she was stupid, though. I'll say this.
Well,
she got very stupid.
She did get stupid. I feel like your Cindy Brady impression is a little bit stronger than mine.
Sure.
Do you have the article if you want to read?
Yeah, I'll be happy to read it.
Would you read the, because she sent him a private message, and what she really got in trouble for was the private message.
I think Cindy has a bit of a temper. I think Susan Olsen has a bit of a temper.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, you could tell just from the thing you read before, just from her status update, that if she had let this guy kind of go away and been like, okay, shut up, whatever, I don't think the company's going to fire her because some actor wanted.
No, or just said, do you really think that your opinion is the only one that should be heard? She could have made him look stupid.
Of course.
What he's saying is very, very self-centered and stupid, I think.
Of course. But, yeah, calling him a pussy was only the beginning. Do you have the private message?
And then he blocked her. So I guess she tried to engage. This is what happened. Like, we've all gotten into these fucking anger-based things.
Yes.
And this is what happens when you let anger fucking... Believe me, I get fucking furious, but when you let it dictate what you're doing online, you're going to say shit that you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to win.
And if you're doing it out of anger, you've been there 1,000 times where you'll write something, and then an hour later, it takes an hour, you'll look back on it being like, ugh.
I've been so good at not doing that. Like, I literally almost destroyed my career 100 times. And it's, I guess, because on the radio, you learn, like, everything you say is permanent. So
yeah.
if you're going to say it, make sure you can say it, and it's always going to be out. I've said a lot of dumb shit.
Right.
A lot of dumb shit or a lot of shit out of anger that I was like, ugh, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't said that.
Oh, my God, yeah.
But it is what it is. However, there is something, at least on the radio, it's part of a bigger, a 3-4 hour show where it's full of stuff and it's just an outburst. When you take time out of your day to write a private message to a guy, then it starts to be like, okay, we have this text. There's something about writing it and being like, here you go, it's in writing, this is exactly what she wrote. And then you can add your own sort of interpretation to it, and you can really villainize somebody for it.
Yeah, and there's a way to make a guy like this, because what he's saying is so obviously self-centered.
Yeah.
And so obviously just biased, and like my opinion is important and yours is wrong because it's not mine, that there's a way to really make this guy look foolish. But she goes in on this DM, this is a private message. Hey there, little pussy. Let me get my big boy pants on and really take you on. What a snake in the grass you are, you lying piece of shit. Too cowardly to confront me in real life, so you do it on Facebook? You are the biggest faggot ass in the world, the biggest pussy. My dick is bigger than yours, which ain't saying much. What a true piece of shit you are, lying faggot. I hope you meet your karma slowly and painfully.
Cindy,
what the fuck is she thinking?
Cindy. I mean, first of all, do you know who your TV dad was? You know what I mean? Like,
this was just in a letter I wrote my dad on TV. This was a Mr. Brady Lost episode.
Like, what are you doing?
Wow, is she stupid?
Especially a guy who wants to make it a thing. This actor, quote unquote, obviously wants to make it a thing. He's not a famous guy. When he's threatening to never do the show again, that's fine. Nobody is sitting there being like, oh, I'm very anxious to hear what Leon's got to say on the air. Nobody knows who he is. He could just disappear into oblivion.
Literally, if you write the guy a note and say you're doing something on Facebook that you could have done in studio, you're a coward.
Right.
That would have been it. That's enough. That's like, ugh. That's a very dismissive.
Right.
Just tell the guy he's a coward for not confronting you in person. You don't have to call him a...
It's way worse that way, because not only is it dismissive, it's like, I'm not even getting as emotional as you are because this means nothing to me.
How do you think, and I don't look, in a private message, I don't want to see anybody get fired from their job. We've always been against that.
Yes, but of course in a private message especially.
How dumb are you, though? Just simply for self-preservation as an entertainer or as a talk show host. When you're able to give your opinion on the air, to write a private message where you're saying to a gay guy, you faggot, what do you think is going to happen to you?
Especially somebody...
It's a dumb thing to do.
Who's the host of Two Chicks Talking Politics.
You should know better.
You would think that they would know the culture. I bet Sheena Metal knows the culture.
It's also, you know what, though? It's also a little stupid. Would she have done that if it was a black guy disagreeing with her? Would she have written him and said, you fucking nigger? No, she wouldn't.
Probably not.
So it's like...
But she does strike me as a little bit crazy.
Hot-headed, but...
Yeah. But probably not. There's a photo of the two of them together right there. In the far, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Couple of lookers, huh?
Well, they're older. They're older.
Wouldn't that be a fun, sexy show to be a part of? Oh,
what a dope she is.
Sheena Metal lost her co-host. Yeah, so Cindy Brady got fired because the guy took that private message and put it on his public Facebook.
Of course he did.
Which, what do you expect at that point?
What if he's trying to get you fired? If he says give her walking papers, and you write him and you call him a faggot, what do you think he's going to do? Keep that between the two of you?
You can't even do that face to face anymore because people record conversations, or it's my word against his, or whatever it is. You just can't do that anymore. But especially if it's in writing,
and you're also in a way making what the guy said accurate. It's like if you had a smart discussion I didn't hear the on-air discussion, but it's like if you're accused of being anti-Semitic and then you write a guy a note and go, how could you say that about me, you dumb Jew? It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're making the guy's point that you were anti-gay.
Do you think at her advanced age, she wasn't aware that private messages could be made
She's
public?
not, you know what, maybe, or she might not understand. She might be going, here's another dumbbell who thinks the plausible deniability. She thinks that because she's saying faggot, meaning it angrily, or you pussy. I wasn't saying it in a gay way. That's probably what her argument is.
Right.
But it's like,
that doesn't work anymore.
It doesn't work anymore.
Not even close. And, sorry, you're Cindy Brady. Nobody gives a fuck about you in 2016 until you start throwing out racial slurs or homophobic slurs or whatever they are. If you're a child star and you throw out in print, even if it's a private message, any kind of slur or epithet, then of course people are going to turn around and be like, yeah, I care.
And she didn't even need to do that. She could have just called him a pussy. It was unnecessary.
She's a hothead, though. She's angry.
I think that's it. She's a fucking hothead.
Who knows? She may. You think she drinks?
You know, that was the first thing I thought.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about her, so I have no idea.
I have no knowledge of her at all.
I literally, is the first thing I thought is I wonder if she was drunk. I mean, she may not drink at all, but
because it could just as easily. She might be drunk, but she could be one of some people are addicted to rage too, and they get that rage in them and they can't release it, and they just do stupid stuff just out of pure rage.
Do you catch? I catch myself sometimes. Like, what the problem is not catching yourself. Like today, I get into my fucking Uber and I'm going, and I told the guy meet me facing west because I always tell them that because otherwise it's 3 blocks out of the way. And of course he's facing east, and of course he's going the wrong way. And then he makes a wrong turn, and we have to go back down. And I can feel myself getting fucking angry, and I'm like,
yeah,
don't. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Start your day right, stupid. This is dumb. Like, you got to catch yourself. Otherwise, 20 minutes down the road, you're ready to fucking bite somebody.
Yeah.
And your whole day is wrecked.
I did that I was in Boston over the weekend.
Why?
And,
you didn't tell me you were going. What'd you do?
I was just hanging out
with who?
With my wife.
Other radio people?
No, don't worry about it.
What's going on in Boston?
Insecure co-host. What do you mean?
I love it.
But I was there and I was in the mall, and all I wanted to do was go to the mall because we've been walking around. It was cold. We've been walking around. I wanted to go into the mall, go to the food court, get something very quick, get a fountain beverage, and be done.
What'd you want to get in the food court?
Some kind of fast food.
Yeah, just like a hot dog on a stick to sit on.
No, I was there for lunch, not for recreation. Yeah.
You were hungry.
Yeah, I was hungry in my mouth. But so I went there without realizing that at the Pru, they have done what they're doing at a whole bunch of malls now, and they're trying to make it more luxury, and they take the food court out entirely, and they replace it with a whole bunch of like artisanal stations. So like there's a guy cutting fresh meat, and like the pizza is not like shit pizza that's frozen and you just throw like it should be in a food court.
Yeah.
It's like with fresh ingredients and all this stuff. But what happens is you end up with each station taking up way more space. Everybody wants to go in, so there's no room for anybody. Nobody can get to any of the stations. There's less tables, and I was in a rage at that point. Like, Jess had to stop talking to me. I sent out a nasty tweet about how mad I was about the food court. And like, I was like, I didn't want to talk to anybody, and I knew I couldn't talk to anybody. Because if I had talked to any employee at the mall, I would have screamed at them about their decision to get away with the quick service, easy to use food court and replace it with this nonsense that takes up half your day.
Do you have any idea how badly I wish I was with you?
You think you would have prodded?
Oh, well, I wouldn't have.
I was so upset.
You're annoyed.
I was so annoyed. Hungry.
Cranky.
Yeah.
Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. Halt.
Wasn't good.
No.
Wasn't good. But you're right, because then we just went to the California Pizza Kitchen, and 20 minutes after I had just been angry, I was in the best mood ever. I was totally fine. But I was right, though. They shouldn't be replacing these food courts, but still.
But it's weird when you're hungry. Okay, here's another one. Off the subject, not nearly as stupid as what Cindy did. I'm in Bloomingdale's. I'm buying pants 'cause I'm shooting Saturday.
By the way,
yes,
they called it Italy. Italy. Do you know what it does to you when you're furious about what they've done to a food court? All I wanted was a shitty chicken, deep fried chicken something. You know what I mean? Just something that I could order. It would take 3 minutes. I would eat it in 5, and I could be, I could go about my business.
Yeah.
But Italy is there instead. And I have to sit there mad about the fact that I can't get what I want, and then also call it Italy in my head.
Roland is wondering if you know that that's Mario Batali's place.
I hate it. It's no place. Look, there's no reason to put that in a mall.
You just want a fast casual place.
I want fast casual.
I'm on the side of Italy, but I understand why you're annoyed. I would love to see this place in a mall because I hate the fast food, but I get why it's enraging.
It's enraging.
I get that.
And I don't mind it being there, but not to replace. Right, it's not a replacement. It's not a replacement at all. Mario Batali has no business being near a food court. And food court places have no business being around anybody that actually wants to eat real food. But there is absolute, like if you go to the mall, You don't want to spend all day there. You want to go, you want to get fast casual, you want to sit down at a table, you want to be done in 10 minutes. That's all I wanted. Eat some stuff that's poisoning the inside of your body, but it'll fill you up quick. It'll sit there like a lump. You'll shit it out later and it'll be a mess. Everything will be fine. But not at Italy. So yeah, I was in a rage. And then I ate California Pizza Kitchen, and Jess was like, Sam, like, she wouldn't talk to me before, but once I was in a better mood, she was like, you have to control your blood sugar. Like, you have to control yourself. You were just in a rage for no reason about Italy.
Rage flashes are very scary. They're very fucking scary because you lose control for a few minutes, and I went to buy pants because I'm shooting. I had to buy clothes. I have to have them fitted because I'm short. So I'm in Bloomingdale's. The guy's like, "Do you want a credit card?" I'm like, "No, I just want to use my own credit card." And then he goes, "Well, you get 25% plus another 20%." I'm like, "Okay, I'll get a credit card." 45% off. I was buying a lot of shit. I had 12 pairs of pants stacked up because I don't know what color exactly the backdrop is, so I have to have different colored pants because I can't blend right into the backdrop. So he's put me through and he goes, "Yeah, they turned you down for a credit card." I get turned down for a Bloomingdale's credit card. And the anger, the flash of rage.
Do you know what my apartment looks like?
Just that this guy is the guy who told me to get one.
Right.
And then it's almost like if a girl going, "Why don't you ever try to fuck me?" And I'm like, "You want to go out?" "No." "Well, then why would you have asked me?"
Yeah.
And but here's what the thing. He says, like, "I'm still going to give you 25%. Like, he was all right. It was just one of those things.
No, I'd be furious too.
I was furious, and I almost said, "Fuck it," because Kelsey met me there and she was helping me pick. I almost said, "Fuck it, let's just get out of here." And I almost put the pants back, and then in my mind, I'm like, "Hey, you dumb motherfucker, you need these."
Right, you need the pants.
You came here just to buy them, and now you're buying them and you're getting them cheaper than you would have gotten them, and you still want to leave them here, you dope.
Because of all your time that you had to spend picking out pants, you're mad that he dangled this carrot in front of you and he potentially wasted 60 seconds of your life. There was no reason for the interaction.
But what am I really mad at? Like, sometimes you think, what am I really mad at? Just the fact that your status was challenged as a person. No, unintentionally, but like, what do you mean I can't get the... Like, it taps into that thing of every time I go up to buy something with a fucking credit card, I'm scared it's going to get rejected.
Right.
And they're going to take everything away. It was that. It was just an ego fucking check. Like, it happens. You put your social security number in, and maybe I have too much credit in another card. Whatever. They just, who cares?
Yeah, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?
It was just like, I know I'm going to pay my Bloomingdale's credit card off. I'm not going to not, but whatever. It's an ego check, and fuck me. I took the pants home anyway, and they didn't fit.
They didn't fit right?
No.
Why?
Well, they fit fine, but they're too long. Fucking twerp.
You have short legs.
My legs should be cut off and replaced with men's legs. I hate my fucking legs. How tall are you? Like 5'10"?
Yeah.
You're so lucky you could probably buy, what were you, size 34?
Here's my problem. Wide hips, skinny legs.
Yeah, I know. You're like a 36, 34. Fucking.
No, I'll wear like a 31 or like a 32 waist, but all suit pants look baggy on me because they don't make it like so that you can move it in. Like, I always, no matter how much you get it, I never can get it in as much as I want to get it taken in. Because the waist has to be wider. I'm size now. I'm size 30 waist, 30 by, but 30, 34 is the only ones these pants come in. So I already know the fact. All right, shrimp, you're gonna have to get the pants fucking taken up. Yeah, exactly. I think I may need some alterations.
But it's like that stupid thing of when you're angry. Sometimes you do shit just and it hurts you, and it was like what it was such a. And it's like the real point of anger is just that it's an ego check or whatever it is.
The worst I ever got was we were in a pizza restaurant, Jess and I, and we were sitting down.
What's pizza with you?
I like pizza.
I do too.
I like pizza. We were sitting down at this table, and it was like it's a really busy place, and it took us a while to get seated. We sit down. The wait staff is kind of slow, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. I was hungry. A lot of my rage happens when my blood sugar drops. Yeah. And so I'm sitting there. I'm drinking my beverage. Jess orders a salad. Everything's fine. But all we ordered was like a pizza. And it's now like 45 minutes that the pizza hasn't come.
Yeah, it's understandably to be annoyed.
And I'm like, what the fuck is taking so long? And then I see a person that came in at the same time as us, and they get their pizza. And I go, okay, we're going to be next. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. And then I see a person that came in after us get their pizza. And I just took this breath, and I'm like, okay, all right, just relax. And I'm just looking around, and Jess realizes I've tapped out of any conversation she's going to have with her. She's like, what's he doing? and another person who came in after us gets the pizza. And I go, Jess, we're out of here. And I just stood up and I threw the napkin on the table, and like it was like an open kitchen. You didn't have to open a door. So I walked into the kitchen to find the people. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. We've been here an hour. We ordered a pizza. It's not there yet. People who came in after us, we're out of here. We're leaving. And like I was in the kitchen doing this, and I start walking out, and Jess is just like mortified. And the waitress says, like kind of quietly but loud enough, she goes, well, you have to pay for what you got. And Jess, as I turned around and walked back into the kitchen, and Jess just mumbles, I don't think he's gonna pay. and I go, we're not paying for anything. And the manager just goes, you guys can go.
Well, does the manager? You're right though.
I was 100% right.
The way to handle that though, and it's hard to do, is to call the waitress over to say, I'd like the manager right now.
Right.
And then say, why is 3 people? And he probably would have given it to you for free or comped half of it.
You know, I just flipped out.
I know.
And then I got in the car.
And you're hungry
I was
still.
fucking starving. I was so hungry, and I was like, I'm sorry, Jess. What do you want to do for dinner?
What was the excuse though? They give you an excuse?
They were like, oh, it's coming out right now. I go, I don't care where it's coming out of. I'm leaving.
I would ask the manager for an explanation, and usually the worst is when that happens and you realize they just forgot to put your order in, or the kitchen dropped the ticket, and it's like, sir, it's But yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I agree with being annoyed.
Now, Jess, we like that place, though, so now when we can't eat there anymore, we have to get pickup, and Jess goes in and picks it up because she's worried that they're going to recognize me from the time
Who cares?
I walked in their kitchen and started yelling at them.
Food shit is... We're not forgetting Cindy Brady, but the anger you can get... I walked out of a place...
That's where this all comes from, that Cindy Brady obviously had some kind of a rage flash, whether it was induced by anything else or not, and... did something very regrettable.
It ruined her career.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where like that stuff like that where I know I could be that stupid. You know what I mean? I've luckily been always able to check that, like in those moments. Like you walk out of a food place for another reason too. They wouldn't make me a fucking omelet. And I'm like, but they made eggs. But it was like one of these places where the chef's just a cunt. Like,
right.
And he won't make you an egg white omelet because he wants to put whatever. And I'm like, what's the point of this? I'm just not getting what I want. That's why I'm angry.
Right.
I'm hungry, and I'm not like baby boy is not getting what he wants.
It's a tantrum. It's an adult tantrum.
Adult temper tantrum. And recognizing it sometimes helps. Like when you're walking out, you're like, shut up. I almost went back in and apologized. But then I was like, I wasn't. And she's like, and then my friend who I was with at the time was like, no, you weren't that rude to them. You just said we're annoyed. You didn't yell at the guy. I just left.
But I'll try to do that.
I paid for my coffee.
I'll be like, don't be raged. Like, don't be angry. Don't throw a tantrum. But then this other voice creeps into my head going, why? You're being taken advantage of. They are taking advantage of you. They are taking advantage of you. And that's when I go, no one's going to take advantage of me.
And then you realize everyone does.
Yeah.
The worst is when the waiter doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like when the waiter's concerned is like, look, I apologize. That happened, and I'm really sorry. But when you could see that the waiter doesn't give a fuck and you want to wring his neck, but you know it's not his fault and he could probably kick your ass because he's younger and bigger. It's helpless frustration. It's an adult temper tantrum.
Yeah.
So you got to modify that shit and realize, look,
you absolutely do.
I'm an adult and I can't yell and scream because it's not going to read well.
I went to the movie theater once, and it was like a Saturday night or a Friday night or something, and it was like 8 o'clock, so it was like peak time. And we got there just in time to go grab the popcorn, walk right into the movie theater, and the movie would just start. Like there was not a second to spare, which is my fault, right? You're supposed to go with a little with a little bit of time. But so I go there, and we're at the popcorn counter, and Jess is buying the tickets. And as she's walking over, she sees this interaction happen where the guy who's working behind the counter goes, we're still popping the popcorn right now. Do you mind waiting 5 minutes? And I looked at him and I went, like, and that's when it all just hit me, like the stress of being late, and I wanted popcorn and everything just hit me. And I was like, it's Saturday at 8 o'clock. You don't have popcorn. And then Jess like runs over and she goes, Sam, just go to the movie. I'll wait for the popcorn. Everything's fine. Just I'll get the popcorn. So it's like, and I went into the movie and she sat down next to me. And by the way, when she got there, she had missed the first 5 minutes. And she whispers, she's like, don't worry, I told the guy at the cash register it wasn't his fault. And I go, yeah, good, it was the manager's fault. She goes, no, stupid, it was your fault. Like, you didn't need to act like that.
But, you know, technically, again, There's a way to handle it, but you're right. They should have popcorn at 8 o'clock on a fucking. Were they just out of it though? They'd probably run through a whole bunch of it.
But they had multiple poppers.
Yeah, they
right.
should
You can
be popcorn.
strategize.
Yeah, before 8 o'clock on a Saturday, you should have popcorn.
That's it. Thank you.
I
God.
know.
Thank God there's somebody else who's sane like me, Jim Norton.
But that's you're not wrong to be annoyed at that.
Right.
It's just the way you handle it. Like you get annoyed. You don't yell and say, "I'm leaving" is not that big a deal. For you going, "I'm out of here." We waited an hour. That's not unreasonable.
Right.
That's not you wrecking anything. That's just you being a little impatient and maybe a dickish. All right, we've all been dicks.
But I didn't send him a private message.
You
that was
faggot when he's openly gay. That's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're committing career suicide.
You go to that gay pizza place and you just leave like Yelp reviews with your name on it and terrible derogatory slurs.
And it's honestly fucked up to say to a guy, like, even though that guy is a dick, and you could call him a dick or you want to call him a pussy, but if you write a guy a DM and you know he's a gay guy and you're calling him a faggot ass, like, wait, like, for what?
Right. The guy is obviously on a mission to humiliate her, right? Like, the guy's on a mission to try to get her fired. He wants to get her fired. He's writing on Facebook that he wants her thrown off the radio. So when there's a guy like that who's doing that, he's the worst person that you could privately send derogatory messages to with your name on it. He's going to make it public. He's not going to respect the intimacy of a Facebook private message.
Right. Yeah. And there's such a way to make that guy look stupid.
Yeah.
Because I think he was wrong. Unless she said something fucked up. Unless she said something, though, like that in the studio. Like, unless she said something like that while they were talking or in conversation that didn't make it on the air.
Here's exactly what you do. You go on the air, you ignore it, you go on the air the next day, and you say, hey, this asshole was talking about me on Facebook, and you trash him on the air for what's
and
right.
A lot more people will hear you trashing him than his Facebook post.
Yeah. And then it exists within the show.
And then the whole conversation is this guy wants me to have my walking papers because I don't agree with him. You have a whole nother show. You could talk about people who want you fired for just giving an opinion, and you make them look ridiculous.
Right. Exactly.
Good, you're not going to come on. Nobody knows who you are anyway. You smash them.
Right. It's the best. When somebody starts taking shots at you and they're like a public figure and you can come back at them. You know how happy I was when Kevin Pollak started taking shots at me? I was like, this is great. I'm not going to send him a private message with slurs in it. I'm going to go on the air and trash him.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that was really stupid and unnecessary. So what are you thinking when you write that? If you know the guy's gay.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that to be PC or polite.
No, it's just the culture.
And it's also like, I get why you're angry and you think horrible shit. We all think horrible shit when we're angry. We go for the atomic bomb. Of course you do. Mm-hmm. If a fat person cuts you off, you don't think, damn it, you Democrat. You think you're fat cunt. Yeah. That's what you think. But you don't necessarily say that, you know, because it's almost like, even if you're not going to be fired for it, it's just too vicious to say to somebody for cutting you off.
Right.
It's like
right. You would hope you'd have that one moment of like, wait a minute, I don't know if this is that serious.
Like
I don't know if I needed to destroy this person at their weakness.
It's almost like, do I have to go for the atomic bomb when I'm just angry?
Right.
It's like hard not to.
Right. It is, because you have it.
You have it.
Because you have it. And it's like, I could just push the button. All I have to do is push the button, and he'll never bother me again.
But you're never going to win that one. No. And you got to be smarter than that, than to DM a guy something that nasty, knowing he hates you.
Especially if you're Cindy Brady.
Especially if you're Cindy Brady. We look to you for guidance.
That's what I'm saying. You're the golden hope, you know?
Someone on Pussy Shaker on Twitter called you Pizza Diva. He's right.
I just wanted it in a timely fashion. I was so hungry. Let's go to Dr.
You weren't wrong to walk out, though. I don't think you were wrong. It's like you're hungry, you want to eat, but the way to do that is to ask for the manager. Remember Bill Burr was on, and he was saying that he loves that I use the word unacceptable? That word, the word unacceptable.
Yeah.
They respond to that a lot faster than a customer going, I'm leaving. If you call the manager, look, we've been here for 40 minutes, and it is unacceptable at that table, because you're right.
Right.
He'll egg in there and fucking stir some shit up, because he doesn't want you to be unhappy.
What if I'm yelling in the kitchen and throwing my hands up in the air, and everybody in the restaurant is looking, and my wife is embarrassed?
They all think she should be embarrassed for a lot of other reasons for marrying you. B, the restaurant thinks that you're a spoiled cunt. C, that feels a lot better, though. It does feel better to walk in.
It felt good.
But what feels better than have a bunch of kitchen people not give a fuck that you're leaving? I'm going to leave. You're losing my business. All right.
Right.
Ah,
Yeah.
because you've dropped the bomb and they didn't care.
Right.
Oh,
Like
no.
a bunch of pizza chefs are just looking at me like, what the fuck is this
Go
guy's
ahead,
problem?
leave, jerk off.
Yeah, Jesus, this guy needs to relax a little bit. Have a slice, you know?
Go ahead, get out. It's the worst when you know that it's not a mom and pop business.
Right.
California Pizza Kitchen or whatever it is, they don't give a fuck if you leave. The manager would care. The rest of them wouldn't.
Yeah, here's the problem. I'm sitting there yelling in the kitchen about how I'm leaving, and I have to walk past the line of people waiting for a table on my way out. It's not going to cost them any. There's no.
No, they're
business.
happy. They're, oh, good.
Good, yeah, free up the table.
Good. Dr. Seuss character's leaving. What a dick that guy was.
Someone who ordered a cheese pizza is going to get it really quick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Guess Horton heard a who. He's out of here.
So what did you guys actually wind up eating?
We had to find some. I think we ended up like getting Chinese delivery that night. We just had to get something dependable.
So let me ask you.
It wasn't any, but that was like going to be like a great meal, you know, because obviously there's a wait for it. It's kind of well known.
Jess has to kind of tolerate your temper tantrums.
She does, and she knows when they're coming too.
Yeah.
And she doesn't try to calm it down. She just like tries to get us out of the situation and doesn't talk.
Is she like codependent with your anger?
What do you
meaning like is she like, oh, I'll do it. You go over there.
No, she's more like just go. Like like you leave. Let me take care of it, and you leave because it's going to be out of your system soon. And just go. She's not like it's okay.
What is worse? Like I don't know sometimes what's worse. Like if you're angry like that, and the person you're with is playing devil's advocate for the other person, that's enraging.
Oh, that's the worst.
Well, but sometimes when they're siding with you, like yeah, you're right. It's like then there's nothing to fight with. Then you get even angrier.
Yeah,
there's no winning.
No, you need. I think
a good balance.
Handled it right, which is just like, all right, just go. Just let me take care of it, and then once everything is cooled down, she's like, you gotta knock that shit off.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
That's fucking crazy.
It's not worth it.
We can't eat at that pizza place anymore now. Are we happy?
Because you do think like, what am I doing? Like it really, there's moments of anger where you're like, what the fuck am I? Because there's times to be angry at companies that they legitimately deserve it. But it's like, how mad am I going to get myself and wreck my fucking day over this?
And it's always the same thing. Like I have this, right after it, I feel like this prideful thing of like, I did it. And then 1 minute later, I'm like, that was really over the top and unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know? Let's go to, if you want to call in, it's 866-969-1969. Dr. X in Mexico City.
Oh, no. Malcolm's cousin.
Yes, sir.
Hello. It's not Dr. X. Hi, Dr. 10.
Oh.
You don't like that one?
He's Italian, I guess.
Okay, what's up?
Yes, sir. Now, so, dude, you know when you're driving, going to the drive-thru, ordering a burger, so that you just know it's going to be a fucking problem by the voice on the other end.
Mm-hmm.
There's a popular burger joint down here. You get the burger the exact same way every single fucking time. It's a shitload of mustard. I go, so you want just mustard on it? Yeah, I said, all right, whatever. Yeah, sure. Before you go out, I'm the kind that checks the fucking burger because I'm already raging. I know this could be a fucking problem. No goddamn meat inside the burger.
So was he being
just being
a smartass though?
No.
He's
They're
dumb.
legitimate idiots. So I fucking go inside and grab the burger, and I tell the manager with that fucking calm, tempered voice, I asked for a fucking burger with a shitload of mustard, and this is what I got. He goes, sir, I personally saw it. I open up the fucking burger. He grabs the burger, throws it at the fucking kitchen staff. Motherfuckers, this is twice.
Wow. How great did that feel?
I'm like, oh, it felt pretty good, dude. But you know what? When you were saying about the chicks, my chick's the opposite. She's not the devil's advocate. We'll be sitting at a Mexican restaurant, of course, and they got like 6 different sauces on the goddamn table. And if the shit doesn't go right, she'll start fucking mixing all the sauces. It goes, they'll never use these fucking sauces again. And fucking bolts out.
The last thing you want is somebody who's even crazier than you.
Dude, that's the worst. Because then you wind up calming them down like, all right, you're wrecking this.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm angry. Now you're psychotic.
Right.
Adios, muchachos.
See you later, Dr. X. I mean, boy, oh boy, is Chick-fucking-filet glad that I didn't see it until I came back upstairs. I once went to the Chick-fil-A right down the street from here.
Wow, did you want to fillet something?
No, I'm not a chick.
I don't care. You know what? I'll do it.
I went to the Chick-fil-A down here, and they gave me a chicken sandwich with no top bun on it. They just wrapped the shit up.
Maybe they think that you're getting a little in the middle. They're trying to give you a little help.
He's
eating so much bread.
He surely wants an open face. Look at him. Yeah, no. It was an open face chicken sandwich.
That's annoying.
I was furious. Let's go to Corey.
Yes!
In Rockland. Is this the real Corey in Rockland?
Yes, this is a real one.
What's up, buddy?
How are you guys? Number one, Sheena Metal looks like Big A with a wig.
Oh, poor
God,
Sheena Metal.
She does. No, but I couldn't picture who it looks like. That's who she looks like.
Do you think she's codependent with Cindy? Like Cindy Brady always gets mad in there, and she's like, "Oh, Cindy, I know, but it's okay."
I don't know. I mean, no, she might be totally the opposite.
Right.
I don't know.
And what I was going to say is, do you think that Cindy Brady, all the Brady Bunch shows are going to get canceled now, like on Nick at Night and stuff like that?
No, they got
everybody else.
No, they got canceled. Look, Cosby raping women is a lot different than one of the stars just saying something stupid. That's a little different.
Plus, it's about the network just being all scared about that one person.
There's a difference between a guy who's become a serial rapist and is America's dad and someone having a temper tantrum. There's no way to tie them together.
And it's also like the guy. It says the headline says Cosby accused of serial rape. And then in the TV guide, it says The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Like, if it was the Cindy Brady doesn't use racial slurs show, then maybe. But, yeah, I don't think the Brady Bunch will suffer any
Totally
loss
different. Somebody saying something stupid in a temper tantrum that cost them their job is not going to get the show pulled off Nick. And the other guy, what was the show, Seventh Heaven or whatever, where the guy was like a molester or something?
Yeah.
Steven something? What was his name? Steven?
He was the dad on that show, right?
I don't remember. Steven something.
Seventh Heaven. Yeah, because if there was
Stephen Collins.
Right, Stephen
There's
Collins
a difference between that.
He admitted to child molestation. Right,
Yeah.
and you also have to pay, like, if Stephen Collins is admitting to child molestation and then playing the role of a father offering guidance to young children on a show, then yeah, there are correlations that can be made.
Yeah, a sex crime is very different than somebody just saying something really stupid.
That's why there's a special group of police that handle that.
Yeah.
The Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
But has she commented now? Let's see if she goes on Facebook now and comments.
I haven't seen anything yet. Nolan in Boston. What's up, Nolan?
Hey, Sam. First off, couldn't agree more. Italy in up here, absolutely horrible.
Oh, so yeah, it's fucking crazy that they would take what was a food court where you could just go and get a Charlie sandwich or whatever it is. Get a chicken cheesesteak. It takes 2 minutes. You're good. You eat the sandwich. You're back to your daily life. There's no reason to spend more than an hour in a mall.
That looks awesome.
Exactly.
Italy looks great.
It's full of people.
Yeah.
You can't get anywhere. There's no room for tables. They're selling fucking milk in Italy. Who goes to the mall to buy milk?
The professional would.
That's a great point. I didn't think of that. I mean, there's all this dog shit like fresh fruit and it's just ridiculous. The war on fast food is so stupid.
It's not a war on fast food.
There's a huge war on fast food.
No, it's not.
Food.
I'm tired of sitting next to a fat fuck on the plane. It's not a war on fast food. Fast food is everywhere, and it should be everywhere. But it's like when you're in the airport, the only thing you can use is McDonald's. It's fucking annoying.
Guess what? It's not in the mall. And
Good.
The mall by me in White Plains, they're building one of these dog shit places upstairs instead of a food court.
Oh, good. I would love to eat there.
So, Sam, I was in Target this weekend.
Italy.
And when full rage, they've got the pharmacy next to it, so you have to grab the Sudafed card off the counter, walk over there, hand it to them. Of course, it's the one that they don't have anymore. And I'm like, fucking Blockbuster figured this shit out in the mid-'80s. If you don't have it, then you don't offer it on the shelf. And then if you have 10 of them come in, you put 10 of them on the fucking shelf. So, of course, I walked over there, grabbed the other stack, threw it on the counter. My wife, with our 2 kids in the stroller, just turned around and walked away.
Well, let me ask you with Sudafed, too. I use stuff like that, like for your sign, right? What is the one, the antihistamines?
Yeah, Sudafed D.
The D. I use the Allegra D, whatever it is. And a lot of them, but they're annoying because you have to fucking show your driver's license because people use something in them to make meth, and you can only buy a certain amount. And I get so annoyed every time. And then I realize, but that's because these were prescription drugs up until like 2 years ago. You need a prescription for them. Now you don't need a prescription, so it's a minor annoyance, but I don't have to go to the doctor anymore. Like, it's so much easier now. So I try to remember that when I'm getting annoyed at that fucking Sudafed shit because it used to be you have to get a written prescription.
Nolan, how old is a kid when they start to recognize that you're having a fit of rage?
She's 2.5 now. I don't think she recognized. They give it another year before she totally will understand Daddy's going wacko.
Or she'll begin to emulate it, and that's not what you need in a child.
Good advice, Jim.
There you
Good
go.
advice.
Good parenting, Jim.
Good advice.
Trying to help. Careful, Nolan. You might raise yourself a little
Thank you,
troublemaker.
Nolan. Yeah, so I probably got a couple years of rage left in me before I got to fucking calm that shit down.
No, because the kid hears it in the womb.
You think so?
Yes, so they've proven that the kids can hear like yelling. I was raised in a very peaceful home not very peaceful, but after 2.5. But I think the first couple of years were rather filled with a lot of turmoil.
Oh,
and that could have formulated who I am.
Right.
Ah, what? Oh, sorry. I got frightened.
Steve in Queens.
Yes.
What's going on, Steve?
What's up, guys?
Hi, Steve in
How are you
Queens.
doing?
Not much. I used to own a restaurant, and I used to find I found that people who would get the angriest were either in bad company or on a bad date.
Well, that adds to the frustration for sure, because then your time's being wasted, and nothing will get my blood boiling, like feeling like my time's being wasted.
Why not? You do it to everybody else.
That's not true. But yeah, I could see it. It's the same thing. It's like either your time's being wasted or your blood. If your time's being wasted and your blood sugar is low, yeah, it's a lethal combination.
When did this California kitchen thing happen?
It wasn't California Pizza Kitchen.
Well,
it was a
whatever,
different
sorry,
pizza
whatever it
place. It was, I don't know, it's probably like a year ago.
So there's that little weird thing of it's annoying and you're justified to be annoyed, but then there is that little ego check of I'm fucking on the I am Sam Roberts.
Like
you don't want to. You can never use the words. Do you know who I am?
Right.
But that does come into play.
I'm sure there's a part of it because I'm like, do you know I could just go on the air and tell people how much I enjoyed this place, and it's more fucking advertising than you'll get all year.
So I know, but that's ego. It's all shit ego.
Right, and you can't do because that's like a terrible way to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be like, excuse me, the celebrities here. Like, shut the fuck up.
Although I do enjoy bashing a shit product experience.
You do?
Yeah,
I've never noticed.
But part of it is fair because like the problem is they treat you like shit and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
they don't care. You're just another fuck. You know, it's like there's no accountability ever.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to show you. I'm not just another. I'm not just another. I'm a somebody.
Or if you talk about it and other people talk about it, then you have instead of just you have 10,000 people or 1,000 people tweet it. Then they're like, oh, a lot of people are unhappy with our shit service.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta, if one guy if I do a bad show, if I went on stage and did a 10-minute show and it was all awful and I walked off and one guy complained and I just dismissed him, but then he tweeted and fucking every other place like, yeah, he did the same thing in our place. I'm like, oh no, my 10-minute shows are not working anymore. Although most people would be grateful.
They would, yeah. Let's go to Dave in New Jersey. As opposed to, you don't do a terrible 10-minute show now. If you go see Jim Norton, he will guarantee you at least an hour of terrible comedy.
Yeah, Tarry Time Music Hall and 1 hour of terribleness.
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Dave in New Jersey. Yeah, what's
Hello.
up, buddy?
I want to tell you about my first time ever going to Costco with my wife on a Sunday morning.
Uh-huh.
So they make you wait in the line for about 20 minutes to pay for your crap. And after you pay for your stuff, you have to wait in the line again to leave to show security your receipt.
Oh,
right.
But being my first time at Costco, I didn't know you had to show them your receipt. So once I got to that front of that line and they wanted to see my receipt, I just stormed out with all my stuff. Started unloading it in my car, and they sent security after me, and my wife was mortified.
You're like, well, I'm not showing a receipt because in case you didn't know, my name is Dave, and I've got more important things to do than stand in this line.
nah, but you know what? Dave is kind of right, too. Because they do that in Home Depot.
Yeah.
To some people, and they don't stop some people. It's like, hey, motherfucker, just install the security thing. Don't make me,
What
I just
security
paid
thing?
for my shit. Don't make me stop and talk to a guy who's going to go over every item. How fucking long does that take?
Yeah, I guess, but if
It's annoying.
they take the security thing off. Oh, you mean because yeah, I guess so.
They
But
have
they
those
can't
security
install the security
things.
thing at places like that because, like, it's a piece of wood, right? You buy a piece of wood at Home
isn't
Depot.
it most times they just do that when you don't have something in a bag?
No, they're opening bags and looking.
Maybe they just
A lot
wanna
of
know
times-
what's
Security guard's a good deterrent, but it's like, I get really annoyed if I got to stop and they do that at Best Buy too.
Yeah.
And if I got to half the time they just look and check. If you open it confidently, they don't go over every item. But it is kind of annoying. It's like install a better fucking security system than after I pay, making me show the receipt on the way out. That is really annoying.
I go to Best Buy. The Best Buys that I go to are in urban areas, and so my bag never gets checked. But I think it's just white privilege.
You're probably right.
I think that's all it is. They just are like, yeah,
And that's a whole other discussion. Get Susan Olsen on the phone. She'll understand.
Brad in New Jersey. What's up?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hi, Brad. What up, Brad? We're trying to cool the show up.
That's true. I did. I sent out an email saying, guys, we need to cool the show up.
Let's get some younger demo here.
Right.
You know.
Adrian, you've been working on cooling the show up?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, cool.
By the way, the only thing more repulsive than my team losing last night is seeing this fucking nerd wears Giants jersey today.
Yeah, why don't you just bring your fucking blue and red pom-poms to work?
Yeah, we did it, guys. Hope you fall down the elevator shaft.
What's going on, Brad?
In an instant anger moment, I wrote an angry email at work, and in a fit of rage, I wrote the email. And in capital letters, I actually used the word unacceptable because a coworker didn't do what they were supposed to do to help me close out a deal. I ended up getting written up for it. Because
For saying unacceptable?
No, for capitalizing.
You yelled it.
I put it in caps, but through the whole process, my stance was, but the guy didn't do what he said he was going to do, so he lost all its money. But because I wrote unacceptable in capitals in a fit of rage, I got written up.
Yeah, it's always hard, man. Workplace shit is so fucking. You got to be measured at work.
Yeah.
In this day and age, I'm not saying it's always right, but after X amount of people have walked into their jobs and shot people, the minute you do something that seems like you're angry, there's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, workplace violence has fucking freaked everybody out. And so a guy even writing an angry email, it's like, nip this in the bud. They want a paper trail of anybody who's a problem. I'm not saying you are, but that's what that is.
And they also like to, they love paper trails. They love building cases. Because it's so hard to fire anybody.
Yeah, because of lawsuits.
Right. So they love to be able to build a case. So when they want to fire somebody, they can.
I would like to interview this actor on the phone. I would love to talk to this guy and ask, what was it that made you do that instead of, like, did she say something to him off the, like, are we just being, like, are we going like, wow, this guy's a fucking dick, and then meanwhile, it's like, no, she called me a faggot off the air, or she said something like really, really vicious off the air that she didn't say on the air.
Let's see if we can do a phoner tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool. So did you watch your Cowboys last night?
I actually, I stayed home and watched my Cowboys. I went out to eat by myself.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is. But I also, part of me is like, people go on vacation by themselves.
Yeah, I don't honestly mind. I don't mind doing anything by myself.
I got the paper. I read the paper. I went to a place I like. Had a nice chat with the waitress.
What are you, a fucking old man at a deli?
I commented that to her. I'm an old man reading a paper. And here's how bad it was.
You went to go get dinner with your newspaper and chatting with the waitress?
See the way you say that with scorn. There's a way to spin that too. Oh, you went to get the dinner and newspaper, chat with the waitress.
Did you go to the deli?
Much more upbeat. No, I didn't go to the deli.
Did you get minestrone soup?
No, I didn't. I don't eat soup. Too much sodium. I'm shooting, for Pete's sake. I told you. My hips.
I wish you were stuck in a shooting.
Oh, Sam. I'm writing you up. So, no, no, I didn't. But here's talk about.
Did you lick your fingers when you turn the page?
No, I only do that after we shake hands.
Oh.
I like to taste you.
That's so... I kind of got it, but then that really drove it home.
Yep. I know. But it was bad because I was alone. It's a nice restaurant, and I had my fucking. But it's dim because it's nighttime, and there's one way to do this: is to hold your little flashlight up and read the paper.
No, you didn't do that.
I was not only was I holding the flashlight up and reading the New York Post, I was doing it without self-consciousness.
That is so embarrassing.
No, it was not even. I swear to you, I thought of it while I was doing it, and I felt great doing it.
Dude, we're trying to cool up the show. That's the least cool thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, I'll tell you what's not cool. Not reading the words. Straining those eyes.
Just bringing a paper to read at a restaurant is like shitty.
I didn't want to read Twitter and just fucking Facebook. I'm like, let me just read the paper. I like to read the paper. I like to do that when I eat.
Flashlight? A magnifying glass too?
Well, how about this? No, I don't have a magnifying glass. That'd make me old and irrelevant. No, but a newspaper. How about this? They dim it down. I'm not on a sexy date. I'm alone.
Was it just you in the restaurant?
No, but there was the lighting implied that I was about to fuck somebody.
Right.
And I wasn't.
No.
But I had a nice chat with the waitress.
What'd you guys talk about?
Yoga.
Why do you talk about yoga?
I forget how it came up, but she was very nice. The food was stellar.
It was?
Yeah, so I read the paper and had a nice time. Then I went home.
What'd you read in the paper?
I don't remember what the fuck. About Trump's kids being harassed and bothered. There was yesterday's New York Post. I just perused.
I like to bring the Post with me to dinner. You're like an old New York
Well, that's not something you say snootily. The New York Times, you'd say in that tone. I'm bringing the Times. The Post to dinner is not something you do out of intellectual arrogance.
You're like an old New York queen that kind of lives in the village and brings the Post with him to dinner
I'm
every
like
night.
that for a lot more reasons than just reading the fucking Post.
It'll be the Village Voice before long.
Yeah, no, they don't even know if they have a Village Voice anymore, do they? Oh, yeah, I guess they do. But no, I didn't mind it. I had zero self-consciousness about it. I actually noticed that while I was holding my flashlight up, if I was with somebody, I might have been embarrassed. But I put my shit down. Thank you. I like to, little sweetie's got a hat on.
Look at him.
His little sweetie hat.
Look at all bundled up sick baby. We love you, buddy.
We
Look
sure
at
do.
You.
He's swaddled. He likes to be swaddled.
He is. He's swaddled.
Well, the weather, you know. All right. So I quite enjoyed it. I went home and watched the game. I was hard. I can't watch football at night. It makes me upset. And I
don't even watch regularly, though. I don't know.
No, but I was able to watch last night. 'Cause a lot of times Sundays I won't do a set. I'll just relax.
But most of the time, people don't have emotional reactions unless they watch like the season. You know what I mean? Like if you just watch a game here and there, the fact that you get emotionally tied into it as if you've been watching the whole season.
This is why I stopped, though. I was at the Minnesota game. I was riding around. I was so angry at the way those fucking cunt Viking, those good guys who are the home announcers for the Vikings were home guys. I was so angry. I was tweeting about it. I was so mad.
You sound like a Joe Buck hater.
No, Joe Buck is kind of a neutral. They were very obvious. They were saying we.
Not if you ask Adrian.
Every team feels that way about Joe Buck. These guys were saying we, and fucking, I think it was. I think Elliott went in for a touchdown. They're like, yeah, and he runs in, and it's a touchdown. Because they were like nothing. Like they didn't call. They actually didn't do their jobs properly.
Yeah.
So, but I get annoyed. I can't handle it. So last night I was so angry. The Cowboys just didn't play a good game, and the Giants' defense was amazing.
What time did it end? It ended kind of late, right?
No, 11 something. Not crazy.
11:30. It's late enough.
It's late, but I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to complain they got to start the games earlier. I don't care if they start the games earlier.
Well, of course.
Because I have a radio job, because there's a whole West Coast that needs to see them too.
Right.
I'm fine with them ending at 11:30. If I don't like it, I can shut the fuck up and go to bed.
Yeah.
I didn't mind watching it.
And you're an adult. You can stay up till 11:30.
Exactly. I'm a big boy.
But it
gets my fucking anger going.
You get all fired up.
But I couldn't even be angry because he threw a pick, and it's because Des Bryant slipped. It happens. And look, the defense just played good. They didn't play well. They're due to not play a good game. I'd rather have them play shitty on the fucking and go 11-2 than do what Morton Anderson did and miss that fucking field goal to get in a playoff game or to get them into the playoffs. So, there's a good time to lose and a bad time to lose. This is a great time to lose.
Yeah.
At the fucking to go 11-1, you go to 11-2, you lose again.
Adrian, was this a good time to win?
Yeah, it feels great.
Yeah, I get it. But these divisional rivals, it's amazing. It would have annoyed me if it was the Bills as much, but the fact that it's the fucking cocksucker Giants literally makes me so angry.
Isn't it cool that Adrian's going to get to go like on the subway and on the train and be like, "Hey, you see that game, huh?
No, because it's so cold, he'll have to wear shit over that.
Oh, you will.
Jacket.
Still, all the fun people in the office, all the sports guys here will be like, "Yeah, how about them Giants, huh?
High five.
Yeah, we watched it last night, huh?"
Division rivalries can bring up anger so fast that nothing.
It'll ruin a week.
It will ruin a week because I just hate them. Like I hate the fucking Redskins. Hate them.
Do you have a football team, Travis?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Baltimore.
Oh, you just Baltimore across the board?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a division loss.
I mean, maybe not right now. I just was wondering because
you're just curious?
I feel like you talk about the Orioles all the time. I never hear you talking about football.
No, they play New England tonight.
Oh, they'll probably lose.
No, maybe not. They do very well against New England.
Is that right?
Yes, they do.
I don't know.
Get so mad.
You do?
Oh. But there wasn't even a reason to get mad. The defense just there was nothing you could look at and go, it was that one thing. So they couldn't convert a third down. It was they were 1 for 11 on third down. It's like there was just nothing. The defense played great. Giants played good defense. And so did Dallas. They played great defense.
You would have been happy with me yesterday evening. I thought of you.
Why? You try to hang yourself?
I went to WWE was in White Plains, so I went to the show.
I saw your tweet.
Yeah, and Bob Backlund.
Oh, is he there?
He was there.
Why don't you invite him in?
Bob Backlund came out. He was somebody because he's somebody's manager now. So he came to the ring with them, and the guy won. And I shit you not, Bob Backlund walked in. He's wearing his slacks, his white dress shirt, his red suspenders, his red bow tie. And you know what he started doing in the ring last night?
The knee walk.
Which He started knee walking,
Did he
is
really?
what I was going to say. Yeah, he started knee walking.
Fucking Bob.
Back and forth across the ring, except then at one point, he's an older guy now. And so he stumbled. He did stumble at the end of it. He almost fell over. But yeah, he was knee walking back and forth diagonally across the ring from corner to corner. You would have loved it.
Backlund was a real wrestler, right?
Oh,
He
yeah.
was like a legitimate fucking.
No, he was good.
He was like the Iron Sheik was a legit, fucking like wrestler.
I think he was the
Olympic wrestler, yeah.
champ.
Wrestlers
Iron
are
Sheik,
the
I mean, yeah.
fucking worst, dude. Like the last thing you want to do in a public place is fight a fucking wrestler.
Adrian, didn't you roll around with Bob Backlund?
We did a little roughhousing.
You did?
Yeah,
He's
we didn't
strong,
do
right?
anything- Oh, he's ridiculously strong.
Those guys are their center of gravity is fucking amazing. Their balance is amazing. They just know how to not get knocked down.
Right.
And like in a
Yes.
closed environment where you're not necessarily going to box. I couldn't box either. I can't fight. But like the last thing you need is a guy putting you against a wall who knows how to wrestle.
Travis, you ever wrestle with Bob Backlund?
No, but I want to.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you got the questions
Thanks.
too. Yeah.
Bob once told you he did sit-ups for 12 hours.
Not sit-ups, step-ups.
Oh,
where
sorry.
You just step up onto a box like this.
So basically just stepping for 12 hours straight.
When he found out that I wrestled, he went crazy. He started
But,
going-
Bob's got little things about him that might make his
Exaggerating?
No. I don't think he lies. I think he's able to probably focus on single things easier than a lot of people. I think if, for instance, if he wanted to count while he was doing the stepping and he focused on that, I think that probably the 12 hours wouldn't be so difficult for him mentally. Physically, it's physically, but yeah, I think that I think he's able to have a singular focus on things a lot easier.
Do you know how upsetting that is? I can't even sleep for 12 hours.
You can't.
He walked up and down a step.
For 12
He used to make
hours.
you eat spinach and raw vegetables. How did you know Bob Backlund?
I went to do something through Kevin Undergaro.
Yeah, we were working with him for a little bit, and we were sending Adrian to Bob Backlund's house every weekend in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he was every time I tried to leave, we'd spend an hour talking about nutrition.
Why don't you get him in here?
We could easily get him in here.
Yeah.
Well, easily. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's get Bobby B in here.
You want to see Mr. B?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
He always has like a little plastic baggie of Brussels sprouts too.
Yes.
I won't eat a Brussels sprout of a baggie, but I like the fact that he's good.
He
Good
does.
for
He
Bob.
likes to bring some vegetables with him.
Ugh.
Does a lot of walking.
He does. He's an animal, right? He's in good
He's
shape.
a fucking animal.
Could he still? You think he could still handle himself if a guy gave him a hard time in the street?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. He'd kill a man with his bare hands.
He's one of those fucking. Was he 60 years old or older? 65.
He's in his 60s. Yeah.
He's one of those 60-year-old guys that you don't see coming, and then he fucking breaks both your shins.
Dude, he broke his tooth. What did he break his tooth at? He broke his tooth on some kind of vegetable. Like he was.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh no, who was the person?
Just bit Stephen Hawking.
Oh, by the way, we got to talk about his new invention. Fucking going to space. Gonna zoom out there and check out the stars.
Zoo?
I'm gonna zoom out there and
You
check
said
out
zoo out
No, I
there.
didn't,
Yes, you
stupid.
did.
Replay it.
You said
replay it.
You don't have to replay.
Replay it. Replay
You said
it.
zoo out there.
Replay it.
Stop saying that.
Full of sugar. Replay it.
You said zoo out there.
No, I didn't. I said zoom.
You sounded like an asshole.
Fuck you. You sound like an asshole. Go ahead. Replay it. Replay it.
He's working on
You
it.
gotta give me a
Replay
second.
it. You're not replaying it. Replay it.
You got to give him a second.
I gave it 1001 zoom.
You got that Bob Backlund focus right now. replay it.
Yeah, they're gonna fucking have a space chip.
12 hours. A space.
Fuck yeah!
Oh no. Oh no, not a space chip. Do you have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, let's hear
You
it.
really want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Fucking going to space. Gonna zoom out there and check out the stars.
All right, zoo?
Zoom.
It was all right. It was Zoom
Yeah, it
that
was
time.
Zoom.
It was Zoom.
Yeah, fucking Zoom was my favorite show.
Zoom?
Zoom. Remember that?
No.
We're gonna zoom. You don't remember?
Stop floating out of chip for your old man reference.
You don't know what Zoom is?
No.
Anthony!
No. No, there's a generational gap.
No, I know, but I still know what my favorite Martian is, and that was long before my time.
Yeah, I mean,
I know
guess,
what Mary Tyler Moore's show was, meaning or the Dick Van Dyke show. I was too young for that. I didn't watch that as a kid. I know what I Dream of Jeannie was.
Travis, you know Zoom, Zoom, Zoom?
No, all I know is the Rex and Effects song.
I know that one, and I
Play
know
the fucking Zoom theme song before I go over there and fucking bite your dick.
Zoom, 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 Zoom.
Yeah, you know it. We're gonna zoom. We're gonna zoom. It's not a good song.
Oh, that's
By
boom,
the way,
boom,
what
boom,
was
boom.
stuck in my head? What was stuck in my head? Something.
A dick. It was in your mouth.
No, it wasn't stuck. It's there voluntarily. All right, go ahead.
Come on and do, come on and do, come on and
Wait, that's not it. Wait.
I don't think this has the staying power of the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
No. But
I don't think that it's I don't think you can correlate those references.
We're gonna zoom. We're gonna zoom. It's different.
From 1972.
Yeah, it's old. I was a kid.
Yeah, look that up.
It's on.
All right, forget
It's
it.
probably loading because nobody's looked it up in so long. You can't correlate that with Mary Tyler Moore and My Favorite Martian. Those are like in the Television Hall of Fame.
Yes, I can. Here's the point I'm saying is that you're saying I don't know that's before my time, and I'm just saying I know a lot of things that are before my time too.
Yeah, but only
Zoom
iconic stuff.
Zoom was a very popular show.
In 72. It's not iconic.
Do you know who? Do you ever see? You know Wonderama?
Yes,
Kids are people too. A wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo. Bob McAllister.
I didn't know that song. I wish I still
Let's
didn't.
hear this. Come on, the kids today are still singing this.
You're right. It's just like My Favorite Martian.
Now, how about this? You don't know fucking Bob McAllister?
No.
Travis?
No.
Oh, fucking boo. All right, I'm done with this. I just remember it.
Yeah. I'd say this is probably along the same lines of me dropping Chet the Rocket Stedman's name over and over again, and you guys thinking he's actually a guy who plays for the Cubs.
I don't know who he is.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, but I wouldn't say that you should, because for a man of your stature to be that familiar with the film Rookie of the Year, I'd probably question things.
I'm really not that familiar.
You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. But by the same token, I shouldn't be familiar with "We Gotta Zoom 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 Zoom."
That's a good tune.
No, it isn't.
My youth. Where's the fucking Kids Are People Too?
Yeah, that's the Wonderama song. Kids Are People Too.
Yeah, but he was
George McAllister.
Bob. Even as a kid, I didn't like Wackadoo, Wackadoo. I didn't like that as a kid.
Take chess lessons from the Shelby Lyman Chess Institute, so I can
What a
beat
creep
Mr.
this guy
Robert
looks like.
Ladon, our 5-year-old chess champion on Wonderama. All right. Hey, and I'd like to
Standing there in front of a group of kids.
Supplying that $2,000
He wore a
set
suit.
of chessmen.
He was very popular.
He's a big creep. Big time creep.
Chip show today. Our
What's that?
champion flycaster Ann Strobel. Thank you very much.
Championship.
Wow, a champion. Kids shows were different back then. They didn't talk to you like you were fucking semi-retarded.
But it was also because back then there wasn't stimulation everywhere, so you could put whatever dog shit you wanted to on TV. Kids are not
A
interested in
chess
this.
player and a fucking...
Because you know why this isn't on TV anymore? Because a kid can go to YouTube and look at some other kid opening an egg or something. That's more entertaining than a fly fisherman.
There's a Burger King with French fries and a Whopper burger.
Kids don't like this guy.
They do. Look at him cheering.
There's just bright colors. Look, they made all the kids wear bright
Look,
colors.
he's throwing presents to them. Burgers.
No kid likes this guy.
Every kid liked that. I was a boy. I loved him.
I bet you did.
I love Bob. That's
Like in
1973.
a very Nambla kind of way.
No, he wasn't pedo-ish. He
No,
had a very,
not at all.
He had a very good. He had a Skip Stevenson head of hair on him, though.
Adrian, in hindsight, from your generational perspective,
Fast forward a little bit to the song.
does this guy look pedophilic?
Yes.
Oh, go back. What are you doing?
Oh my God. This would be like me putting on the theme song to like Muppet Babies and being like,
Yay.
"What do you mean you don't know the song to Muppet Babies?" And you're like, "Yeah, of course I don't. Why would I?" It's ridiculous. Wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo.
Good. I hope you think of it all day, and you will. I've been thinking of it since 1973.
Of course, Dennis says he used to watch the show all the time.
Good boy.
Yeah, of course he did. He still watches it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably got a lot of ideas from that show.
Oh, yeah, he did. He loves it when the kids lend a helping hand when he's at the DJ booth.
Let's take a break. I want to eat something.
Yeah, is our guest here?
I think he'll be here in a minute.
He's fucking late.
Traffic.
Oh, Brandon Steiner's our guest, and he's going to give some stuff away. He always says great shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just know Gad as Gad. Elmaleh. He's a comedian. I know. I always call him Gad.
He's French?
He's French. Yeah.
France?
Yeah. He's a good dude, and he's an extremely fucking popular comic.
So we will give some stuff away from Brandon Steiner. We'll probably think of like a game for you guys to play.
Sure.
It's not just going to be like whatever. We'll be back.
Wackadoo, wackadoo, wackadoo.
After this.
What a fun little moment. I wish that was on the air.
Well, welcome back to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Yeah.
So much going on today.
Well, we have Brandon Steiner is here.
Yeah.
And we also have Gad coming in.
Gad.
I wish I knew how to say his last name.
It's pronounced Elmaleh.
Elmaleh. Jesus.
Brandon Steiner's coming in.
He comes in the city and hangs out the comedy store. Like, I literally had no idea how famous he is.
There's a really funny email exchange that went through over the weekend when they were like, no, Gad's coming in on Wednesday. And you're like, why isn't he coming in on Monday? And they were like, because he gets in town Wednesday. And Jim was like, I was just hanging out with him at the cellar last night.
I saw him the other night. I mean, I would have done him Wednesday too, but it's like they said something, so I said, all right, well, how about Monday? We had time today. We have Brandon here. And
by the way,
pushing for Wednesday. I'm like, why?
You can follow us along on Twitter with everything that we're doing at Jim and Sam Show, at Jim and Sam Show on Twitter, as well as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat. I think we're Snapchatting or doing something. We're going to Snapchat some of the great sports memorabilia. Oh, my God, I like that.
Oh, hold on a second. This coffee's awful, by the way. This brand is terrible. I know it's a gourmet. Ugh.
I want that shoe.
Shit.
Brandon Steiner is here.
What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Everything's great.
You brought some...
people love you for the holidays. They love when he comes in.
They love when he's got his memorabilia with him.
Stuff.
Yeah.
I've got like people from like grade school calling me up. What's up? I haven't heard from you since last December.
Because they want stuff for free, right? Or
today's the big day.
Why is today the big day?
You know, it used to be Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Today's the day.
Why?
It's just everybody that's screwed up, didn't really know what they were doing. At some point, if you have a conscience, you got to start thinking about maybe getting a gift.
Right.
Or, because you're lazy, you're not going to a store.
Right.
So you really got to think, like if you order something now, you're not going to have to pay that extra rush shipping, and you can still get a steal and a deal. So today's like one of our biggest days, bigger than Black Friday today. It's
really?
Green Monday.
I guess this is the Monday, because next Monday it'll be too close to time.
Too close.
So now is when people really start being like, oh shit, I gotta buy something.
And I bought stuff from I really had like a couple of I don't like buying autographs, I like getting them, but there's some guys I'm just never gonna be able to get, like the old Yankees, like from the fucking like the 70s, the teams I loved, and they've always come perfectly as I wanted them, and I display them like my old fucking I wanted my like Bobby Mercer.
I love Bobby Mercer.
Yeah, like if Mickey Rivers.
Jeez.
Mickey Rivers, just guys like that, like they mean something to me.
Yeah.
And to a lot of Yankee fans.
Today's the day, but I brought this one thing.
That's a fucking big shoe.
Can you imagine having to wear this every day? But this is real shoe.
I love this.
This is Shaq's shoe.
Get the fuck out of here.
It really is. I mean,
that's not his
shoe.
That's his shoe. He's a big man.
This is his rookie year shoe. We remade it. I tell you, Shaq.
It's a Reebok pump. I'm a sneaker guy, Brandon, so I'm excited by that.
Size 23.
That's really his shoe?
Yeah.
Well, it's not his shoe he's wearing right now, but it's his shoe.
Yeah. It's a remake of his exact shoe he wore his rookie year.
Do you know what size it is?
23.
Size 23 Reebok Shaq pump.
This is the ultimate gift for the ultimate sneaker collector. Even if you go to the site and give it a look. It's insane.
I literally thought that was a joke.
I love this.
And what's it really is a giant shoe.
And he signed, he just went in the Hall of Fame. He did a limited edition.
That's a giant fucking shoe.
It's signed too?
Yeah, signed. Yeah.
Oh, because I was going to ask, what's the certificate of authenticity?
Yeah, it's autographed Hall of Fame.
Can you hold that up, please?
This is cool.
I'm Snapchatting Shaquille O'Neal's shoe. That's Shaq's shoe. That's fucking gigantic.
Plus, that was like
imagine wearing that.
It's unbelievable. I love this guy.
I mean, for real.
I love Shaq. I just want to hang out with Shaq. I'm not gonna lie.
And Shaq was like he was like a cartoon character superhero when he first started. That was like when Shaq Attack was everything. So he had the shoes, he had the action figure line, he had the movies, he had everything.
Yeah, he's still got it going on, man. But you know what I love about him is how humble he is. He just wants to be a good guy, he is a good guy. Like all he wants to talk about is the charity work and this and that. And
he's
we had
funny
a lot of fun with this project with him. He was a lot of fun.
Where do you?
He's a big dude.
Where do you do? He just comes into the office and signs them. Or you in a hotel somewhere?
He came to the office. He was there for about 2-3 hours actually on these, because these were a little difficult to sign.
How many shoes did you get him to sign?
We only did 1,000. We did 1,000 of these.
Wow,
1,000's a lot.
He only signed a couple hundred of them so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is pretty cool though.
So if Shaq breaks his hands
out there.
That's a real sneaker. I can't get over that's a real sneaker. I literally thought it was a prop.
Right. Yeah, see, that's a cool item.
A King Kong movie or a fucking Godzilla movie. How are your feet that big?
He is such a big guy. Like until when I'm near Patrick, we have Patrick Ewing also, and he's so big.
Yeah. Did you get some of the Ewing signed? The Ewing sneakers?
We have of course, yeah. They brought we didn't remake his original Ewing sneaker yet. Right. But we definitely had him sign some of those Ewings that they brought back.
Yeah.
But Patrick's one of those guys that unfortunately, he went to Georgetown. So I have to give him some hell about that because I'm a Syracuse guy.
I'm
By
a
the way,
Syracuse guy.
Big game Saturday.
Yeah.
They're
I
honoring
didn't know.
Pearl at the Dome, and we're playing that little rivalry game. I'm not sure if all the young kids at Syracuse understand the depth of the hatred. So I sign all my checks in orange to Patrick. It's always like, go Orange, go Cuse, and I always tell him he went to a messed up school.
You know who I went to?
Hate signing autographs though, Patrick. So it's always tough to get him, but he does it for us, which we're grateful for.
You know
He's
who
so big.
Who I went to Syracuse with?
Who?
Carmelo Anthony.
Really?
They were good friends.
2003.
Well, we had the same freshman year.
Yeah, they hung out together all the time. They studied together.
We didn't hang out that often, but we were at the same school at the same time. Is what I'm saying.
But for all intents and purposes, we could say you did.
I guess, but see, here's the problem. Like, I had a thing like, oh yeah, we had the same freshman year, and then Jim really takes the wind out of my sails by saying we were friends, and I have to be like, it really wasn't that.
They were friends.
Really wasn't that big of a deal. I knew a guy. I knew a girl that blew him though.
Really?
So that is a closeness. I feel like one of my friends who was a girl blew him. So that's something.
Cool. Friend. It was a girl he was kissing. I can't get over those a person's shoes.
Yeah, those are big.
Yeah.
Those are big.
Those are like...
He's just a big man. He picked up one of my employees and started throwing him up.
Like, I have a child's
Really?
foot next to that. Does that seem like a human being's shoe? That seems
No.
like a fucking monster movie.
I mean, Jim, to be fair, you don't have the most
feet are
man-sized
small.
feet.
My
to
feet are
begin
small
with.
to begin with, but it's the sheer mass. How much does that sneaker cost when you buy it as a sneaker? I wonder how much a pair of those is.
Size 23?
If you can buy them, I mean, but they're probably a couple $100.
Wow.
Yeah. How much? What size are you?
A 7.5, 8.
Oh my God. 7.5. Like, you could literally buy children's shoes. Like, if you were a sneaker collector, it'd be awesome because
I am a sneaker collector.
right. So you know.
250 pairs later.
Can you put this here and put my shoe next to it?
But dude, Jim, like
My shoes are awful.
you could buy because they put them out for kids too, and they're cheaper. You could buy the
Oh, my
children's
God.
sneakers.
That's crazy.
Adrian, you Snapchatting that?
Yeah.
I
Me and
love
Adrian
that.
both.
I love that. It'll
It's
be up
worth
on
just
Jim
to
and
go-
Sam's show.
And then there's some videos on the side of him signing them and all the stuff with him throwing the employee up in the air about 20 times. He's a big man.
How much are you charging for him?
This edition is $9.95. Comes
Okay.
in a special case, the whole thing.
Oh, it comes in the case and
Yeah.
everything. All right, so
It's a glass case.
it's kind of good to go.
For the
Sleep in
ultimate
those.
sneaker collector that's got everything.
Yeah, yeah.
That's who's really been buying these.
I wear a lot of Jordans. Do you think it'd be expensive to get Michael Jordan's autograph?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Does he sign for you?
No.
Why not?
He signs for another company. Every now and then we do a little venture with that other company. We get a little addition. But he's one of the hard autographs to get.
He is, right?
Still. Great. I mean, I was lucky enough to go to that Jordan camp, get a couple of my autographs. That's how I got mine.
Does he sign stuff like if you had a basketball, he probably wouldn't want to sign it because he knows people want to sell it. So do they mind signing stuff that they're personalizing because they know you're not going to sell it?
I think Jordan does. I
Yeah?
think Jordan's pretty careful about just signing anything at this
Okay.
point. But I think
Yeah, I know.
I've
He's
seen
fucking
him in
signed those
public.
divorce papers. Lost a shitload of money.
Oh, please. He's fine. Don't worry about him. He's already remarried, got a new family. He's doing well.
Yeah.
By the way, another new guy, Gary Sanchez.
Yeah.
I know his brother Dirty.
I took him up to.
So easy. It's right there.
Sure was.
Put that out there. I deserve that. But
No, hey, look, you put it out there. You hit the low hanging fruit, and I take a nibble.
Oh yeah, you do.
Sorry.
Anyway, he could be something special brewing there.
You think so?
Yeah, I just wanted you guys to take a look at the signed baseball.
Oh man,
It's like the hottest item we have right now.
people are loving that.
Well, people think it's going to be Babe Ruth, or at least Thurman Munson.
Who's he play
Whoa.
for?
The Yankees.
Thanks, bro. No, he wasn't good.
Back
He's just
to back.
showing it to you.
Cool.
Man,
That's
man.
cool.
And then what's that deal in the frame there?
Well, the Cubby fans, for all you Cubby fans out there,
yeah.
we got some really cool Cub stuff that we created, and this is just a small little thing we figured for a giveaway to somebody, or maybe just because the Cub fans, you may have to hang this in the office. Even.
It's like a framed poster that says "I witnessed history," but like if you weren't in the stadium, is that like just for people who watched it on TV?
What's the W for?
Well, I think that every Cub fan, all 5, 6, 8 million, it was pretty insane there. They've got to have something to say that they were part of this scenario. That's how emotional they were.
Do you ever get asked? Do you ever get asked very
to me though?
Do you ever get asked very stupid questions about your items?
As my son says, there's no such thing as a stupid.
What is that
question.
W?
Just stupid people that ask questions.
Oh, Jim wants to know what the W stands for. He doesn't.
That's for lose. Now, every time the Cubs would win, they would hang the flag up with a W. That's
Oh, I
what they
actually
say.
didn't know that.
In
W's for
Chicago,
win.
they've got a
I know,
lot.
I know.
They won the World Series.
No, I know, but I didn't think it would put a
But
W
they've got a
for
lot
a
of
win.
things going on in Chicago, though, like all these songs and all these different,
Which one of the songs?
they sing like this kind of, you sing like your alma mater after you win. The Cubs have these songs they sing after they win. The Bears have these songs after you
What's
win.
a Cubs song? I don't know.
I don't know. But if somebody out there is out can sing that song for us, that would be good.
A walk-a-doo, walk-a-doo, walk-a-doo. Remember that?
They're very big on the W flags. They have them all over Chicago.
All right.
You have a Cubs song in there, Travis?
Yeah, I think it's like the most famous one. It's Steve Goodman's "Go Cubs Go."
Okay,
they
let's
played
hear
this
it.
after they won the pennant to go to the World
The
Series.
whole thing's sickening now.
Let's hear it.
It really is.
So far, not good.
It's a really lousy guitar lick to open on.
Baseball season's underway.
Oh, no.
And the whole stadium sings this.
Get ready for a brand new day.
What is it about sports that makes people do douchey things?
Terrible songs.
Yeah. Like, everybody's like, well, it's about the Cubs, so it's okay.
The Bears one's worse.
Is it?
It's unbelievable. And the whole 70,000 is singing it.
I mean, the entire stadium sings this as loud as they can.
You think Eddie Vedder ever sings this song?
Absolutely.
It's unbelievable.
Go, Cubs, go.
Then it goes on for 2 more minutes.
Terrible.
So somebody made a lot of money. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are going to win today.
It's good.
That's good. You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Cubbies.
Is that a Chicago accent?
Yep.
That was a lot of fun.
Make a homer.
Oh, wow. That was great.
It's no worse.
That was
It's no worse than that fucking song. What's the Bears one?
The Bears one's even worse.
Let's hear it.
But these people are committed.
Bear down.
This is after every touchdown.
This sounds like collegiate shitty fucking...
Yeah.
Every score, they play this song and the whole stadium sings it.
Brandon, does Syracuse have a fight song?
I don't know. I never sang it.
I went to
But
Syracuse for 4 years. I don't know anything about a Syracuse fight song.
There was a
But
fight
we
song.
know we always stood before they scored the first basket.
Yeah.
That's religion. You can't sit before we score our first basket.
Yeah, it's news to me, actually. I didn't
We take that
know that.
very seriously. That was there Saturday. We played well, thank God.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah,
here's the Syracuse fight song. This sounds like every college's fight song ever.
College music stinks.
So stupid. Marching bands are the worst part of college games, and they're the worst parts of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Is there
Marching
anything
bands
worse
suck.
than what? Look at that balloon. Look at that balloon. Look, here's another marching band.
You know what a marching band needs? A sinkhole.
But it's a great way to go on all the trips and watch all the games and get good seats.
That's a good point.
You do any marching band memorabilia? They're associated with sport? No.
What was the band that kept playing? The Cleveland Browns band or some shit? They held out for a couple years. What was the band? They did a 30 for 30 on them?
That was the Baltimore Colts.
Oh, the Colts, sorry.
What about them?
Just that was the only interesting marching
After
band.
the Colts left, they kept going. Like they would play in certain places around town, and then once the Browns moved to Baltimore and they became the Ravens, then they became the Ravens band. And I think they're the only NFL team that has a band.
Oh, I see.
For a reason. Bands suck.
Yeah, they're the
One
worst.
great marching band that came. I don't know if it was Valparaiso or was that where did Shaka Smart come from? Before he coached at Texas.
What?
What a great band! They were phenomenal. We
don't know what
Virginia.
you're talking about.
If you're out there, you know what I'm talking about.
What's he talking about?
Shaka Smart.
Shaka Smart is the coach at Texas.
No.
He coached
That's a
somewhere
cool name.
before that. Where?
Virginia Commonwealth.
Thank you. That's the best marching band of all college.
Virginia Commonwealth
These
marching
guys
band?
are the best.
You love them.
Love them.
Oh,
They're
why-
on another level. They're the Yankees of marching bands.
It's not saying much.
Yeah, I mean they're.
It's not
they're
saying
amazing.
much.
They get crazy. Watch.
It's like being the big karate expert in Stephen Hawking's house.
They get into it. Look, check them out on the screen. Check them out. Yeah, they're really hip happening. My son Crosby and I, we've played a bunch of these games. We now do this.
This is Wrecking Ball.
We play a
Yeah,
lot of
they are
walking
actually
songs.
good.
You know, they get a little dancing in there, a lot
I
of
guess.
moving.
I'd rather just play Wrecking Ball. You know what I mean? Like, just throw it on the PA
Wait a
system.
second. What are they doing?
Yeah, they really get the horns going. They're cool.
That guy's got to be. Look at their rocking back and forth with those giant horns.
They're cool.
Strong guys.
Good for VCU. We give them a little. Gotta give
Look at them. They're moving their pelvises too.
This morning, VCU.
Yeah, those guys are all right. That doesn't bother me. They're good.
Yeah. Not
How much
bad.
how many seats they take up?
Exactly. It's a whole section.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, well,
For the band?
They take a lot of room. Yeah.
Stupid.
They really did.
Who's your favorite athlete? Brandon Steiner.
So many.
Like, who's the guy? Who's like the hero guy of your? Do you get like hero worship for any of these guys anymore? Because you see them all. They come in, they sign for you. It's like your business
25 million
partner.
autographs later
Yeah.
at Steiner.
Right.
And 28 years.
Right.
I know it's going to sound crazy, but I think Mark Messier is like my favorite.
He's the guy.
I love him. He's just I loved him on the ice as a fan. Love him off the ice as a person.
Yeah.
Just a great guy, great leader.
Who's the biggest asshole?
There's a bunch. I mean, it's probably Kurt Schilling will probably start with that.
I knew he was a fuckface.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Why was he a dick? You did tell us that's what he was.
And I've said it before, but there's a line of people that I've learned now over the last few years since I've kind of gone public that he's such a dick, that there's a line of people that supersede my not liking him. So,
You ever work with Lawrence Taylor?
You love him.
He's a good guy?
Great teammate, great guy. Really, unfortunately, obviously he's led the league in some stupid things he's done, but he's a super guy. And
He beat Bam Bam Bigelow at WrestleMania 11. You know that?
No.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He won that match.
Love LT. LT was, I remember sitting in his living room and signing all these Super Bowl balls.
Uh-huh.
And, I mean, we had a Mack truck outside his house somewhere in New Jersey. And
it was just a truck full of
footballs,
That's
helmets,
amazing.
everything. And I went to, he was this bitch and he didn't want to sign all this stuff. I said, Lawrence, you don't have to sign both names. You could just go L. Taylor. And he got up. That was the last time he hugged me. Because that's brilliant. It's like the most genius thing I've ever heard. And I think he's been signing L. Taylor ever since.
You
Which
changed
still
his
gets the
signature.
full name Taylor. No,
Right.
That's cool.
Is it hard to get Lawrence Taylor now? That's probably a rare autograph.
Yeah, it's probably a rare autograph, yeah. He's cool. I mean, he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy, too.
You like hanging with him?
Well, I like hanging with him. Smart guy, too.
Do you ever spend time in a motel with him?
Never, no. I didn't get an opportunity to hang with him. No, I didn't get an opportunity to hang in those dark moments, unfortunately.
I never met him. I hear he's a lovely guy if you're in the right circumstances.
Yeah. Chuck in Boston has a good question for Brandon Steiner, actually. Chuck, welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Hey, how you doing? I know this little fat kid who had a 10 DiBiase belt, and Virgil grabbed it and signed it. Does it make it worth more with that Virgil signature on it?
If Virgil signed the $1 million belt,
Oh yeah,
is that better
our
or
fat
worse?
friend had a Ted DiBiase belt. Yeah.
I like it. It's not for me, though.
Does Virgil's signature help it?
Always. I think the signature always helps. I
Okay.
mean, but some beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I'm sure you're enjoying that belt. Maybe just we want to put that, hang that up in your kitchen.
No. He wanted Ted's signature, and then Virgil signed it as well. It's like if Babe Ruth signed something, and then Jerry Best signed it. Who's he? Who's a utility infielder? Oh,
How about this? How about you meet Babe Ruth, right? This is obviously years ago, and you give him the baseball to sign, and Babe is signing it, and you're like, oh man, and then Jerry Best just grabs it and signs right next to Babe and goes, here,
boy.
kid, now you got both of us.
Man,
Would
I
you
would
want that
have-
baseball?
I would, yes. And I'll tell you something else. I mean, I would have had a field day with Babe Ruth. He loved signing, and I would have loved having him sign.
I'll bet.
Would have been a field day. That would have been one of the few things that, oh boy. I go back. I mean, I did great signs with Mantle. Great guy. Loved doing, very particular. Loved making people happy. And he was great
Do you have a
for
picture
the
with him?
business. Oh, a bunch. No question.
Mickey Mantle's a good one.
I loved my idol growing up, and he was great. Super guy.
Do you try to get people to sign less? Like, for instance, like Pete Rose, who pretty much
Will sign anything.
That's his gig now. He just has a shop in Vegas, and he just signs all day, every day. Are you like, Pete, relax on the signing. We got to increase the value of some of these things.
I have mentioned it to him a few times. And obviously, he's immune to good advice. He's not really, he wasn't really up for that, my direction. But good guy also. And, what's great about Pete is he has so many great inscriptions. And people love those inscriptions. I bet on baseball, or he'll get into it with some people. He's not
He'll
afraid.
sign that. How long does it take to sign a ball?
Like a couple minutes.
It's a long time.
Maybe with the inscription, it takes maybe 30 seconds.
How much does he sell them for?
I think he sells them like $50.
But it's different prices per inscription.
Yeah.
When you bring up inscriptions, like he'll say, I bet on baseball, but that's like
I just love
75.
this stuff.
or-
It's great. It's great conversation stuff. That's why, I notice, when I'm going to somebody's office, there's just always a signed baseball. It seems like it's.
Do you have a bunch of stuff in your house?
I got a bunch of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
My wife
right?
would like that stuff removed.
She would.
Yeah, she really would.
So you display them. I always like the UV protected case.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your microphone got bored of your story.
No, it didn't. It fell accidentally. But yeah, it was kind of.
I still like this stuff, but I'm a quirky collector. Like I like stuff that's more of a story. Like,
so you love that baseball with Babe Ruth and some random dude on it because he ruined
if I was there.
You like a story? What do you mean, like a story?
I just like the story about how something comes about. Like I went to go see Bill Clinton, President Clinton, up in his offices, and I was trying to talk him into doing an autograph.
How'd you get into
deal.
his office?
Friend of mine that I've been kind of not stalking him, but chasing him to try to see if we do a deal.
Yeah.
And I love President Clinton. I'm a big fan, and I wanted him to do a deal. So finally I got up to his office on 125. This is after he finished his 8 years. And I brought him a Muhammad Ali. I know he's a big Muhammad Ali fan. So I brought him a Muhammad Ali photo, and he was really grateful. Thank you so
one
much.
of 8 he
really
has.
Nice. And he said, would you mind, like at that time we represented Ali, and we were doing his autographs for about 4 years at Steiner. So he says, I want to write a note from Muhammad. Would you mind giving this to him? I said, sure, I'll see him. I see him every like 2 or 3 months. And he started writing this note, dear Muhammad, your friend Brandon brought this note, brought this photo of Muhammad Ali, and he looks up, he goes, you are going to give this to Muhammad Ali, right? I said, of course.
Isn't it fun to see Bill Clinton being like a fanboy? The idea of the most powerful person in the world being a fanboy.
Yeah, or to see Bill Clinton worried that he's going to keep it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he thought I was going to keep it, and he was right. I did. I mean, I didn't see Muhammad at the time. It's kind of slipped me. And then,
so you held on to it.
That's that's kind of one of my favorite things. It's the first time I've admitted that publicly.
But hold on, did you see Ali or no?
I probably at some point saw him after that, yeah, but I was like, yeah, I think I want to keep this.
Well, Clinton technically should have emailed him or called him.
It's like, something I got to keep this. I saw him like 6 months later, and I mentioned to him that I gave one of his photos to the president, and
and then Ali was like, oh, did he say anything else? You're like, no, not really. Nope, nothing else to say. So your favorite piece of memorabilia, if the person saw that you had it, would be furious.
Yeah, he probably would have been happy with me. But
no.
I save all the letters that the athletes write me. I have all these great letters.
So you try to get Clinton to do a deal. Is he going to do a deal? I mean, not now, obviously, after
I've
this.
been trying. I've been still even still. I mean, presidential memorabilia is really popular.
It's hard to get.
Love to get Trump to do it. Trump's a customer, too.
He is?
Buys stuff from us. Oh, yeah.
What has he bought from you?
He buys these little gifts, just different gifts for different people. He's bought, framed photos and, different items. And
is he chintzy about it, or are they nice?
No, not at all. Been great. And also writes thank you notes. Love your stuff. We have a couple of those notes in the office. Been a great customer. I mean, loves his stuff and uses it as like business stuff. Where he'll send a ball to somebody or a framed photo. Joe Grolio in our office, he's really the guy who handles. He's really more of his assistant, but I like the fact he takes the time to write his handwritten note back.
It's an amazing gift. Because you're so scary. You're in the mall and you see these fucking stores. We have a Babe Ruth autograph photo and a blue marker. You're like, stop it. That's fake. It's fake. Your stuff I trust, not just because we've interviewed you, because I see the photos of the athletes coming through, and it's just like there's too many things for it to not be legit. It would have been called out, so I know that your stuff's legit. So I
appreciate it.
You're the only guy I've ever bought an autograph from.
We take a lot of time at Steiner to make sure that the right things happen. And listen, we've been around a while. That in case something happens, we're always there to back it up. And hopefully people feel that way.
You ever do a Steiner signing with Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump?
No.
That's what you should think about doing, because it's the name Steiner.
That's wrestling you're talking about.
Pro wrestling, yeah, Big Papa
Steiner
Pump.
Brothers.
Yeah, Steiner Brothers.
Yeah.
How are we going to give some of these things away, by the way?
You want to?
Yeah.
Should we give some stuff
I
away?
like to hear the stories or the what's it worth. I brought some gift cards because today's our big green Monday.
Oh, the big gets are obviously get those 2 books. That's what everybody's going to really want.
I'm sure. And then we're going to give away the sneaker's got to be the good get.
Are we giving a sneaker away?
Yeah, we got to give the sneaker. Unless you guys want to keep it here in the studio.
No, I would give it to someone.
Yeah.
I would like to keep it, but it's like, no, it's
I want to keep
let
it
the
too.
listeners have it.
You're right.
That's fair.
You're right.
You guys are going to start tearing me up here.
Yeah, we're good guys.
We're not actually going to give it to them. Oh, look, our listener Travis.
Well, what we have some statistics here that I thought, because this stuff should go. If I'm not going to get to keep the Shaq shoe, it should probably go to a real sports fan.
How funny would it be to give the Shaq shoe away and say, for Pete's sake, you could live in this thing or something,
You probably could live in that thing.
I mean,
how big a bed he must need to sleep in?
Yeah. But a lot of time. I appreciate you being here, Brandon, because you add something to Jim's stories that lots of times go nowhere.
That was a good story.
It was a good story.
It was cute. Hey, where's the other one of these things? It's like a frickin' frack.
See, you see what I mean? It's not good. It's not good. But But so I was thinking maybe we'll
It was not.
we'll run some stats and stuff and see if some people can guess who the players are.
Don't let me forget that I danced.
All right, now I'm gonna let you pick the prizes on these, okay, Brandon?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll start off with a $50 gift card and my book, You Gotta Have Balls.
Hey.
A bestseller book, I might add.
Fuck
The book's
yeah.
done very well.
Has it?
Yeah.
Are you going to sign them?
Of course.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
good,
Of
good.
course. You can always pick that book up on SteinerSports.com, but this book has done well. I'm sure you guys have studied the book prior to the interview.
I have read it.
I have read it
I have read
a
it.
couple of times.
I have it.
Let's go. Let's go.
I asked for that.
Let's go. I'm going to put on Jason in Ohio and Bobby in New York. Are you both there?
Yep. I'm here. Jason's here.
Hi,
Okay.
guys.
And Bobby, you're there too?
Sure.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start listing some statistics. And the minute that one of you know which athlete I'm talking about, I want you to shout your name. Do you have it, Travis? Do we have another packet? Does Jim have a packet?
Jim has one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The minute that you guys know who I'm talking about, Jim, this would be number 7 in the packet that I'm going to start with. You say your name, and then I'll ask you who the athlete is. Do you both understand the rules of the game?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. This person was charged with assault with a pool cue in 2003.
Steve Mizarek.
Jim, you're not playing.
Oh.
In 2005, he was charged with assault and felony vandalism. In 2006, felony and misdemeanor obstruction of justice.
Ooh, this next one is good.
Also in 2006, possession of marijuana.
Oh, he had a good year.
Also in 2006, disorderly conduct and public intoxication. Also in 2006, simple assault. And finally, in 2007, felony coercion. Who is that athlete? Jason, Bobby. Who is the athlete?
No idea.
I know who it is.
One of them just said, hang on, I'm checking Google. Hold on. All right, Jason, you guess.
Ray Lewis.
Incorrect. Bobby?
Maurice Claret.
How about, should we give them some kind of another hint? What
I
his
already
first
hung
name
up
is?
on one of them.
Oh, all right.
Okay, all right.
All right, then I win.
No, Bobby. Bobby, I'll give you one more hint. Think video game. Bobby, your final answer.
Played for the Cowboys.
Doing.
2007
felony coercion.
No idea.
Goodbye,
All
Bobby.
right, goodbye.
Goodbye, Bobby.
Played for the Cowboys.
Let's see if Clifford knows. Clifford, do you know?
I didn't hear the question. They just put me on the line.
The answer is Adam Pac-Man Jones. Adam Pac-Man
Yep.
Jones.
What a run.
And what a run. All right. Clifford,
This is a good one.
which one do you want to do? You want to do one?
Number 8.
Okay. You want to do it?
Sure.
Okay.
Hello? Clifford, are you here? Is it just Clifford?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you want me to do another one too? Somebody else too?
I don't care how we do it.
All right. I'll put on Jordan in Alberta. Jordan, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
The first one's to mention the name of this athlete.
You're right. Shout the name of the athlete if you know who it is.
1986. Arrested for disorderly conduct, resisting arrest with violence, and battery on a police officer.
Ooh.
Lawrence Taylor.
What's that?
Lawrence Taylor.
No.
Sorry.
2002. Driving while intoxicated with an open container and with a suspended license. 2003. Driving while suspended with a suspended license and suspicion of driving while intoxicated. 2005. Domestic battery. 2005. Fleeing police. Driving while intoxicated and resisting arrest without violence. 2006. Probation violation and then admitted cocaine use. 2010. Driving with intoxicated with a child passenger. Driving while under the influence. What's that?
Anthony Cumia.
That may be
That's
close
funny.
enough.
Driving while under the influence of drugs, endangering the welfare of a child. Yay! Being under the influence of a controlled dangerous substance, leaving the scene of a motor vehicle accident, reckless driving, and failure to keep right.
Who is it?
I have no fucking clue.
He also,
Michael Vick.
Incorrect, both of you. Goodbye.
The sad thing is that the whole league really could you could really name almost
That's
any
true.
NFL player. And
Yeah, these are really not good hints.
I have one good trivia one we could do.
Okay, Sean in New Jersey. You have trivia.
Tell me one sport that you cannot play lefty. There's 3 sports you cannot play with lefty. Name one of the 3.
What can't you play lefty in, Sean?
Fuck.
Don't say jerking off, because you could do that with whatever you want to do it with.
Yeah, you could do both with that. Fuck.
Nice language.
Take a guess.
I don't know.
It's rowing, isn't it?
One of them is a gambling. Little gambling with it.
Oh, you can gamble.
Gamble with
It's
it.
a sport you can gamble.
Pop locking.
Is that it? What do you think, Sean? You're dead.
I don't know.
You're gone. Goodbye. Goodbye, Sean. You don't get anything.
Jeez, that's tough.
Let's see if Ron in Indianapolis knows. Ron?
I'm going to say Jylai.
That's correct.
Highlight, yeah.
Highlight.
Someone just read it off Google.
He did. Good for you, Ron. I'm glad your Google's working and you just won.
I have another good trivia.
Okay.
Good. You just won a $50 gift card and a copy of my You Gotta Have Balls
Okay.
book.
Yeah, Travis,
You
will
enjoy
take
that?
your information.
Ron in Indianapolis is a big winner. Let's go to Bruce in Buffalo. Bruce?
Hi, Bruce.
Bruce, tell me the last Yankee to win the MVP in the All-Star game. Don't Google it.
Bruce? Oh, hang on.
Just wait till he says hi. Hello, Bruce?
Now it's working.
Hi.
Hey.
The last Yankee
Hi,
to win
guys.
the last Yankee to win the MVP in the All-Star game.
Who was it, Bruce?
Bernie Williams?
No.
What? I thought it was Bernie Williams, too.
Oh, I know who it was.
All right, Bruce. Then I'm going to give you trivia about an athlete, and we're going to see if you can name him, okay?
Okay.
All right. 1987. Misdemeanor assault and battery and assault with a deadly weapon. This is an easy one. 1991. Rape and deviant sexual conduct. 2003. Assault and disorderly conduct. You still don't know, Bruce? 2000.
No, I'm going to...
Go ahead.
No, you finish.
Smart. Good strategy, Bruce. 2004, suspicion of misdemeanor criminal damage. 2006, driving while intoxicated and possession of cocaine and paraphernalia. 2009, misdemeanor battery.
He was also cited, hold on, for misdemeanor assault after he reportedly punched and kicked 2 men following a traffic accident in Maryland.
Oh. And let's just say it this way, Bruce. Probably not too bad at punching.
Well, I would say Mike Tyson.
Oh, you won! You just won the game. Congratulations, Bruce. Congratulations. You just won a $50 gift card and a book about having balls called You Gotta Have Balls.
Thank you.
We got to find a New Yorker for the next one. It's a Gary Sanchez autograph ball.
Stay on hold, Bruce. Let's see if we have... Oh, we have Chris on Long Island.
I was right. It was Rivera.
What's up, Chris? Who's
What's
Mariano
up, Sam?
Rivera? How you doing, Chris?
Doing okay.
All right, Chris.
I had Mariano Rivera for that last one, too.
Well, it's not enough.
All right.
It's not enough.
Who was the MVP in the last All-Star game before Mariano were there?
And if you can't get this, you're going to have to answer one of Jim and Sam's questions.
You got me on that one. I'll have to go for the second question.
Okay.
All right, Jim.
A number of arrests, 9.
This is good.
1979, he was arrested for stealing watches from a store at the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. 1999, suspicion of public drunkenness. Also 1999, battery. Also 1999, driving while intoxicated. 2002, interfering with a police investigation. 2003, domestic violence. 2003, driving while intoxicated. 2008, domestic violence. 2008, driving while intoxicated.
Chris, who do you think this worm is?
Dennis Dennis Rodman.
He got it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Good tip.
Did he just win the
Yankee baseball?
Garrett Sanchez.
Oh,
autograph
Yankee baseball.
You just won the Gary Sanchez
The
baseball.
number one selling item is Steiner.
Is that
I'm not
right?
kidding.
That's number one right now?
You hit a lot of home runs, and it's what you get, a lot of popularity.
All right, Chris, stay on hold, buddy.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
We're leading up to this sneaker, but we'll do this one first just for a Cub fan. Got to give this away.
Oh, the Cubs sign? Okay, let's see. Who do we...
How long are they going to be celebrating in Chicago, you think, on this win?
Until next year. Until the end of next year. Until they're out of it next year.
It's enough to get you sick. It's just the celebration is on another level.
Lori, do you want a Cubs thing?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah, the Cubbies.
Lori. Okay, Lori. Do we have some...
How about this? What sporting event did the Cubbies just win that they were happy about?
Okay, that's actually a great question. Lori?
Oh, come on, the World Series.
Oh, very good.
That's
very
your warm-up
good.
question?
Okay, that was just warm-up.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Who has a sports trivia question?
I have one.
Okay, you do.
What size shoes does Melky Cabrera wear?
Melky Cabrera.
That's a bad question.
What size shoe?
Yeah, I do know he was a Yankee. Let's see. I'm going to say he was a 12.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. You
Congratulations.
I got it right.
Yeah, you
You
win.
won the Cubs thing.
Who is your favorite Cub, by the way? I'm just curious.
Who's your favorite Cubby?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to go Tito Francona, the coach.
Okay, well, you tell me
Oh,
this.
wait a minute. He's the Indians coach. I'm sorry.
What position for the Cubs
Only on this show. You
did,
gotta love it.
did Chet the Rocket Stedman play? What position did Chet the Rocket Stedman play?
Right field.
Incorrect. He was the pitcher, but you could still have the
All right,
Cubs
we'll
thing.
give you the Cubs thing.
Okay, hold on. Is it time to give away a shoe?
It's time to give away the
Give
shoe.
away the shoe.
Oh, my God.
Brandon
this
Steiner,
is-
by the way, let's give out the website, too. It's steinersports.com. It's the signings that you guys do. It's fucking amazing. I go
Really
on there
is
sometimes just to
amazing.
think, I want to meet this one, and then I never follow up.
But of all days, and I happen to be grateful to be here today, this is the best day if you're a customer for Steiner Sports.
It is.
Because we're giving away stuff all day, literally.
I love that
It's
you're
the
here.
number one sale day where we give away stuff 60, 70% off on a lot of things.
Stuff comes wrapped. It comes in a box.
cool.
Like it's
There's
shipped
cases,
well.
there's everything,
Yeah.
like-
They have
Yeah,
everything
this
you
is
want
the
to
day. If you still
protect
need
your
to get
stuff.
some gifts, you really could steal some stuff. But this sneaker is...
Great display cases.
And wait till you hear
Yeah,
who
that's
the...
right. The cases, too.
I'm a good. You know me, the display case kid.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Wait
my
till you hear
nickname.
who the upcoming signings are. Steiner's got upcoming signings.
Bill Sherbert.
That's not true.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Green Monday today.
Bucky Dent,
Hell invented that day.
Mariano Rivera, Patrick Ewing, Eli Manning, and Odell Beckham Jr.
Oh, you got Odell. I got a picture for him to sign.
All coming up. Did you know that one time somebody I did radio with took a picture with Odell Beckham Jr. and didn't even know who it was when he saw him? Is that crazy?
It's possible, but he's not an overly huge guy.
Yeah, but he's got a
got
very
the
distinct
hair,
look.
yeah.
Like everybody knows who Odell Beckham
He's very
Jr.
cool,
is.
though. We're going to be with him Thursday. We're doing a live Facebook with him Thursday, which will be kind of different.
Oh, that's
Q&A
cool.
with the fans. And,
Where's the Facebook page?
Brandon
the
Steiner. It's on my Facebook. Brandon Steiner Facebook page.
Brandon
just go
Steiner
and
on
just go on Facebook and like me, and then you'll get an automatic notification for the Odell one. That's going to be cool.
That's
All right.
really cool.
He's a cool dude, though.
What city do you think we should go to?
How about a city that Shaq played in?
Well, where did he play? Orlando, Los
Played Orlando.
Angeles?
He played L.A. and he played in Miami.
Well, we don't have anybody from those cities.
And Boston? Well, I didn't know that.
Last year.
It was last year. Okay.
That was a long year that last year.
How about this? Whoever picks up the fucking phone first.
Gotta like the man's jersey, though.
Yeah, Giants. Oh, he's a member of the team. It's good to
on.
see him.
Do you ever
Very
play
close.
in Mississippi? Because Jason in Mississippi is on the
LSU.
phone.
Yes, I did.
Jason,
Yes, sir.
Hi,
you want
Jason.
Shaq's shoe?
Sure.
That wasn't enthusiastic enough, I don't think.
Nope, I agree.
All right, goodbye, Jason.
Sure.
Wow.
This fucking monstrous shoe?
Yeah. This is a big deal, okay? I want the shoe.
It's the biggest
It's cool.
item I've ever seen.
It's very cool. It's very, very cool. Let's go to Steve. Well, we already did New York, so I'm going to go to Brandon in Pennsylvania. Brandon,
What's up, Sam?
do you want a Shaq shoe?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, see, there's a little enthusiasm.
Have a Shaq attack.
That's so cool the way you say that. Have a little enthusiasm. Okay. You're going to have to get, first you're going to have to get one of Brandon's questions
How about
right.
you let Brandon do it? Because these are tough. They're good questions, but they're very tough.
Well, I want to see if you can answer one of them. Though.
I have a better one, but
you do.
Yeah, you start. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, you're gonna have to answer a few questions.
How about this? Where did Hideki Arabu go rope shopping?
Oh boy!
All right, forget it.
You guys are in a dark place. Poor guy. Come on. That's dark.
But you got any Hideki Arabu stuff?
No.
Oh.
Never did a signing with him.
Oh, that's too bad.
Just a one-team signing we did back in '96.
All right. Well, that question, I don't think that's going to work.
All right. I just
Super Bowl MVPs.
Okay.
Sure.
Who won?
Name them all.
They're the most valuable players. Do I win?
Oh. Name me the Super Bowl MVP in 1986, 1991,
and
2007.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a size
I have
22
no idea.
sneaker.
It's a giant sneaker. It's an amazing piece.
So the tip there is giant.
It is a huge sneaker. Fuck, I wasn't even born until 85. I have no idea.
Well, let's go to someplace where you're comfortable. What are you a fan of?
Football or basketball.
Which team?
Cincinnati Bengals or Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls.
Oh, what kind of Chicago Bulls trivia?
Is this a good question? Who wore number 23? Is that a good question?
Not a good
Was
question.
it Michael Jordan?
That's not a good question.
Besides Scottie Pippen, name me two other teammates that played with Michael Jordan.
Not including Michael Jordan either.
Steve Kerr and Tony Kukoc.
Is that right?
Kukoc is a little bit of a weak answer there. He came in at the end. I mean, you got to give me somebody who won a couple championships with Michael.
Ron Harper.
Wow, old school on me. All right.
Okay, all right. Now, I still want to see if you can name this guy.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if you can name. This is not a tough one. All right, we're gonna go. I'll give you a clue.
What number?
This is number 4. The other number 4. We've mentioned his name once. Football player. You ready?
I'm ready.
1989. Driving while intoxicated. 1996. Attempting to purchase crack cocaine from an undercover officer. Also in 1996. Leaving the scene of an accident, not reporting an accident, and driving with a suspended license. 1997. Filing a false tax return. 1998, failure to make child support payments. Also 1998, attempting to purchase crack cocaine from an undercover officer. Also in 1998, possession of narcotics and narcotics paraphernalia. 2000, we jump towards. It's tax evasion. 2009, he once again left the scene of an accident. And in 2010, third-degree statutory rape and soliciting prostitution. That does not seem too tough to me. Brandon, who are we thinking?
That's one of my all-time heroes, Lawrence Taylor.
There
you got it!
And that's why he's your hero.
You got it. The fact that that's your
win the
response.
show.
Let me tell you something. Yes, Brandon in Pennsylvania, you just won Shaq's sneaker.
Size 23.
Size 23.
Awesome.
Autographed.
Autographed, and the pump still works on it. Is that right?
It's
the
correct.
Reebok pump?
Yeah,
that's
cool.
insane.
You
That's
should wear it and
incredible.
run around town or something.
That's cool.
All right, I'm going to
Very
put you on
cool.
hold,
Jimmy,
Brandon.
Sam, Brandon, you guys are fucking awesome, man.
God damn it.
All right, hold on.
God damn it.
Hold on,
man.
Brandon. Okay, Brandon on line 5 just won that. That's a good prize.
That's a great prize.
That may be one of the better prizes you've given away,
I
to tell you
don't
the truth.
disagree.
That's really fucking great. Look at that thing.
I want to get
Thanks.
off on the right foot.
There it is.
Oh,
So I have to
yeah.
do the right sneaker. Oh, boy.
Well, thank you for coming in.
This was great, man. You
Yeah,
always give away
We give
great
away a
stuff.
little grass or no?
You want to?
I've got some freeze-dried grass from the last state.
The dirt wasn't good enough?
The grass, well, we give away a lot of grass. I've sold more grass than a lot of dealers out there, but legally.
Right.
We lifted the field up at Yankee Stadium and freeze-dried it. I put a few pieces away.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to send you guys
yeah.
some grass. I'm sending you
Fuck
guys some
yeah.
grass.
Send us some grass,
I
yeah.
wanted to end on that note because
Yeah.
with that kind of company,
I can't wait.
Creative, a little different.
I'm looking forward to it. Send us some grass, Brandon. We'll talk
Thanks
about
for
it on the
having
show.
me, though. I really appreciate it.
Always.
And, I love your show. Always,
Thank you.
You guys are the best.
Thank you very much.
You know, I caught you on that show on MSG. You were funny, man.
Thank you.
You know, where you guys sitting around eating the meal?
JB Smooth, yeah.
JB Smooth loved that show,
I
man.
forget what it's called. It's like, you know, four
Yeah,
courses, right?
that's cool. That was
Thank
cool,
you.
yeah.
Thank you,
That's cool.
buddy.
I said,
Go
I
to-
know that guy.
Go to SteinerSports.com, do some Christmas Christmas shopping, get some cool shit, get yourself a Shaq shoe, whatever you want to do. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you.
We taking a quick break?
Yeah, we'll be back after this. Welcome back. I think I accidentally hung up on somebody that won something.
Yeah, if you called in before and you did not get your address to Travis, call back.
Yeah. It wasn't the Shaq guy, but let's welcome to the show, Gad.
Thank you.
Elmaleh. I asked him how to say it.
Elmaleh.
Yeah. That's what I told him. He said Elmaleh. I said Elmaleh.
Yeah, there's a whole debate about my name, right?
There is, right?
Well, Gad is just, everyone calls you Gad. No one calls you by your last name.
Gad. I'm happy to see you, Jim.
Good to see you too, buddy.
I see you only at night, normally.
At the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, at night.
It is a weird relationship you build up with comedians. It's like you just walk in and you just kind of know each other, but then you realize we've never spent any time together outside of that room.
Yeah, and more than that, I cannot imagine you during the day. I don't know why.
Probably because I'm creepy and I'm insect-like.
Yeah. And the light, there's too much light. Normally, it's dark. When I see you, it's dark.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable, isn't it?
You just don't see him as a productive member of society. And that, because generally that stuff happens during the day, like people who contribute.
Yeah,
that's not Jim.
No, that's funny. It's like when you meet your neighbor, you're on a vacation someplace very far from home, and you meet your neighbor. You feel you know him, but you don't know him.
Right,
really.
it's weird because you're seeing him.
Hey!
Then there's nothing.
Nothing.
Because you're seeing them out of your comfortable location.
Right.
Like seeing your boss in a store.
Seeing when you're a kid and you see your teacher like in the supermarket and you're like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Or at the pool, the swimming pool with the bathing suit.
Right.
Yeah, it's impossible.
You're like, I shouldn't be exposed to this.
And you're starting your tour too. Gad is really funny. You're it's called Oh My Gad U.S. Tour begins January 19th in Denver. So go to his website, which is Gad Elmaleh, Elmaleh, ELMALEH.
It's okay, I'm used to it.
I know, but people got to know how to get to it. You want
By the way, at the cellar, every night, the hosts, they ask me, how do you say your name? So I tell them 1 second before they go on stage, and they screw up my name every
time?
Every time.
Does that drive you crazy that, like, you've packed out, like, arenas?
Yeah.
And then you come here and the guy at the cellar doesn't know how to pronounce your name.
No, the guy here, guys, at the security didn't let me in today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? What'd they say?
I don't know. They said, are you sure? We don't have your name. How do you say your last name? I'm sorry. Show me your ID. That never happens in France, but it's very humbling. I like that.
We were talking.
Yeah, you moved here.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because we were talking before you came in about how that, like, ego builds up, and when you feel like you're not getting treated the way you're supposed to be treated, like, you can go into a rage very easily. And I would imagine that for you, like, these instances where in not just France, but many other countries, you'd be treated like an A-list celebrity. You come here and they're like, yeah, your name's not in the system, so I don't think you're supposed to be here. But
it's good. I like that.
You do?
Yeah, I like that. Oh, not with girls. I mean, with girls, it's a problem,
It is, right?
It's the thing I like. I was in LA a few weeks ago. I was in a bar and I was talking to a girl, an American girl, and she was not very interested. And then a bunch of French people walked in the bar. Mm-hmm. They asked me for pictures and autographs, and she got so interested.
Yeah.
She came back to me and she said, can I buy you a drink?
Oh, good.
Really?
Yeah.
But isn't that great, though? Like, a lot of people would go, see, you should show her or not do it. But it's like, no, fuck it, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to seal this deal now.
It's good. Yeah, perfect.
Funny. That's what, yeah.
I need that. Because I don't have a whole lot to go on. So they're never going to look at me and go, like, wow. So it's always like, whatever it is that gets you in the door is all that matters.
No,
Absolutely.
But I think the thing is the challenge, and to start over is really interesting. For me, it's a personal thing. It's not only about stand-up. It's just starting over, Going to the cellar, as Jim said, every night, trying bits in English, struggling with the language, trying to make people laugh, earning those laughs because they don't know me, they have no idea. And by the way, but when some French people come to the cellar, it's okay, but I'm not that happy because I go and say no. I'm like, no, please let me just earn those. Let me make those American laugh.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's very, very different too to try to get laughs now. Because part of it is that you go on stage in front of an audience that knows who you are, and they're just excited to see you. So they're ready to laugh, and they're ready to. But when you go in front of an audience that doesn't know who you are, you haven't had that in years.
No, but okay, it's the same thing. I mean, you know, Jim, when some big names show up at the cellar, Chris Rock, Louis C.K., Jerry Seinfeld, when they go on stage, the first 30 seconds, it's a madness in the room. But no matter who you are and how famous, right after those 30 seconds, if you don't give them...
It's on you.
Man,
Yeah.
that's and they even more how you say rude with you if you're not doing good if you're
Because
big.
they have expectations.
Of course.
Yes.
Chris Rock always has a very funny line. The second he walks on, he's like, "Lower your expectations," and it gets a laugh. And then he kind of just tells him he's going out of his notebook. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Like you don't. You're so famous in a lot of other places that you wanted to come here and just. And just see, okay, let me see what my stuff does here. The fact that you're doing it in another language is amazing to me.
Yeah, and also learning. To be honest with you, watching those guys, watching them working and trying bits and bombing sometimes and redoing it again. And this is a total new experience to me, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously you don't do that for money because, as you know, this is not where people make money in clubs. Right. You don't do it for fame or glory, and because I've been doing stand-up for 22 years now. That's funny. The other day, one of my good friends came to the cellar. I said, "Oh, only 1 year and you do stand-up?" I said, "No." No. 1 year in New York, but I've been doing this for 22 years all over Europe.
Yeah. That's
why did you move to New York? I think it was such a ballsy move. Like I would never leave my comfort zone.
Because I felt Trump was going to be elected. And I knew, guys, the country was going to be something sexy and more. I knew it.
You were the one guy who was like, if Trump gets elected, I'm moving to the U.S.
That's right. I'm leaving France and I'm coming to the U.S.
I'm going to the U.S.
Yeah, so he got elected.
I got to be a part of this. We're going to be great again.
Yeah, great. I thought it was great, already great, and now that's great. That's great. No, I think it's the challenge. Really, it's the challenge. I love my life in Paris and I have my family and everything, but I need this challenge. I want to do stand-up. We don't have clubs in France.
That's what I was going to ask, what the comedy industry is like in France and Europe.
The comedy world is so different. We have one comedy club created by a very famous comedian named Jamel Debbouze, and he did this, and this is the only place where comedians can go and work out some material.
So is it very competitive there? To get on?
Yeah, but they have shows. Even if they're not big names, they have their own shows. An hour and 30 minutes. But to be honest with you, I think they're more here. Oh shit, the word in English. Carol is going to tell me. Exigeant? Wow, she does. Demanding?
Demanding.
The audience here.
The audience is more demanding
and I like
here.
that.
Yeah.
I like that.
They're more likely to really let you know if you're not doing well here than there's less politeness.
And especially here in New York and especially at the cellar. Some nights I was like, wow, man, you're going to go home, you're going to have a glass of red wine and work on your shit.
It's really weird how many nights you'll walk off at the cellar and go, I fucking stink at this. I'll walk upstairs sometimes and go,
does this happen to you?
All the time.
Tell me honestly.
All the time.
Honestly.
All the time.
He's killing it there.
All the time I walk up the steps.
But really.
All the time.
And you've been doing it how long?
26 years.
So 26 years in, you leave some nights going like, this isn't for me?
We had a conversation.
I like to hear that, man.
We had a conversation the night about, like, how long does it take you? It was like Damian Lemon and Mike Yard and a bunch of us. How long does it take you to feel like you really know what you're doing? And it's like on a paper, like 22 years, you know what you're doing. But like after a bad set, it doesn't feel like you know what you're doing. You're like, I couldn't get them. I don't know what I'm doing because if I knew what I was doing, I would have gotten them, and I couldn't. So the cellar is great because they don't give a fuck who's on stage. If you're not what they want at that moment, they don't necessarily scream at you, but like, ugh, I shit the bed.
Part of that is because even like somebody like you, who's who's known in the U.S.
Well, yeah,
not in France. We don't know this guy.
No, who is he?
We have no idea.
But like the cellar doesn't necessarily they'll post on their website, but the audience for the cellar is not necessarily like, oh, we're coming to see this comedian.
No,
they just go and say, oh, there's good comedy.
They're hoping for Jerry or Louis,
right?
Because they know that those guys go on
for
there.
him. We don't know when he performs there.
They have no idea.
They have no idea.
I just kind of come in.
Yeah.
I don't put my name on the list because a lot of times I'm not there.
His name is Mustafa.
There was a Mustafa who worked there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was my favorite door guy ever. He was a fucking he would actually just if anybody was talking, he would walk over and go, shut the fuck up, and he would throw them out.
But it's great.
Legendary for throwing people out.
By the way, that's great. When you perform, when you try things, you don't want your material to go on the internet an hour after that. And also, it's not a good atmosphere when they do that. So I like it. I like it when they they're rude with people and like, don't film, don't do this. In France, it's so, they do it and they film, they do
the
everything.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
You can't yell. You don't really yell at the audience in France?
Yeah, a little bit. It's again, I think this thing to improvise and crowd work, you have to come up with good things. Because if you go with the easy and the cheap things, we all done so many things and tried things with the crowd, but you need to be very pointed. I don't know the word, but
precise.
Yes,
it's like doing jokes on Trump right now.
Right.
I mean, come on, guys. You have to come up with the very funny joke about Trump, because everything has been done.
That's right.
Saying the stupid thing, he's stupid and he's no. Come up with crazy thing, the opposite. I don't know. Do something creative.
Right.
I'm kind of tired of those jokes like, oh, he's stupid, he's not, doesn't know. Okay.
It is the same point of view
because you've heard it.
From everybody.
Yeah.
When the point, like as soon as somebody opens their mouth, if you know exactly what, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And by the way, maybe that's a premise for something. Maybe I said it just like that, but maybe I could work on something like I knew Trump was going to be elected. That's why I moved.
I was about to say, I think that's funny when you said that.
Yeah, and
it was like there's not that many funny Trump jokes left, but that was
there are 3, I think. I got to.
Do you do any political stuff?
A little, not a lot. When I'm in France, more obviously, but not yet. Not.
Because I feel like like with the Daily Show now, like that's what has hindered Trevor Noah, is that you criticize American politics, which is what the show was always about, but people don't necessarily want to see American politics get criticized by someone with an accent.
Yeah, it really does. People get really annoyed.
Is it a tip that you're giving me right now?
Well, you said you don't do that.
I don't.
But if you did do that,
I never do that. I never do that.
Right.
I think America is great, and it's a big opportunity for me as a French Moroccan Jew to be able to perform every night in that wonderful country.
After all the success worldwide,
I can do the army, anything you want.
Yeah, it is funny when guys come over, and political stuff is great, but sometimes some guys are fucking, like they just stand there and harp on it for like 20 minutes. It's so funny just to watch the crowd go, ugh.
I want to ask you something that I ask to every comedian. I was very surprised. So those guys, when they go on stage at the Cellar, do you know before your set exactly what you're going to do?
I have an idea, but I like to try to work on if I'm doing an hour.
The order, not an hour, like a set, 15 minutes. You go on.
Well, if I'm doing it for an hour on the road, I'll pull a few minutes out and try to work on it. So some nights I know I'm working on the opening, so I know I'm going to open. But no, a lot of times I don't. It's very boring just to do the first 10 minutes in a row of my road act. Nobody wants to hear that. So I try to mix up things that need work. It's like, I just pull out little pieces that I think need a line fixed, and I try them there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because it gets too boring. Plus, the crowd half the time isn't enjoying what I'm doing, so I'm like, all right, switch gears. That's too dirty.
But with the language, I have to do this boring thing, and I know exactly what I'm going to do. Boom, 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 number 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I step
Oh, because you kind of have to choreograph what you're doing.
Yeah,
because,
now. Maybe in 1 year from now with the English, it's going to be better.
But you do an hour on the road. So, like, if you're starting in Denver, he's doing Carnegie Hall, February 11th.
Yeah.
So if you're doing those, are you doing them in English and partially French or all English?
No, all in English. All English. And I know because there are a lot of expats from, not only from France, from Morocco, because I was born in Morocco, Algeria, Lebanese people, a lot of expat immigrants. They come to see my shows. I put a few things, accents, references, not a lot, but the show is mainly in English, obviously. Yes.
So I've never been. I want to go to Paris. I never want to go.
Do?
I always think they're going to hate Americans, so I never go.
No, that's not true.
Like just on the you mean like as far as performing, or you're just going to walk around?
No, just to visit. I know.
So you think you're going to be walking on the street and the Parisians are going to hate you?
No, but I've just heard that in restaurants that they don't like Americans.
No.
But
there's one street. I'll tell you what street it is.
What street?
But I don't know.
Okay.
It's Boulevard de l'Amérique. No, but a lot of American comedians come now to France, and it's a good thing that American get to travel. And I think Louis C.K. came last summer. I heard Jim Gaffigan wants to come to do a stand-up. A lot of, you should come. You should come to Paris. I also said to Noam, the
Comedy Cellar
owner, we should do this thing they do now for fashion, for clubs, pop-ups, right?
Sure.
We should do pop-up Comedy Cellar in Paris, Berlin, Tel Aviv.
That's actually a cool idea.
It would be cool. And so you bring a bunch of comics. They know each other. They're always working together at the Cellar, and then boom, we do the show.
And Comedy Cellar has become a brand,
Yeah.
especially because after Louis and after all these different things that went all over the world, people know
I
about
really
the
want to
Comedy
do this
Cellar.
in Paris, like the pop-up Comedy Cellar, and bring like 5-6 comics and have like a week or I don't know 3-4 days in a club, and that would be the Comedy Cellar Paris.
I want to do it on the road, but not take. No, I don't want to get Noma's permission. I just want to do it. I just want to use the name on the road. Yeah, it is. That probably would work, but you know, the Comedy Cellar is weird. It's kind of become like the Improv used to be. Like years ago, like with the Improv was the reference, like the
Where,
New
in
York
LA?
Improv.
Oh, New York.
Just everywhere. The New York Improv was the movie reference for comedy.
Yeah.
Now it seems like it's the Cellar because
Yeah.
the Improv left so many years ago.
Yeah.
It's the place. So, have you gotten into spots here where people don't really know who you are, and then they do something like check your Twitter account or something and realize shit.
I got this every day, but those spots are everywhere. That's the whole.
Do you watch as people like kind of shift in their behavior?
Yeah.
As they realize, like, oh,
yeah,
I should know who this is.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
You don't?
No, because as soon as I land here in New York City, I kind of relax, and I see people. It's natural. It's not fake. I like it, and it's cool. Yeah, obviously when someone asks you, okay, I'm gonna follow you on Twitter, and he sees I have 6.5 million, it's like, who?
Yeah,
what the fuck are you?
And here's how you know he's got a lot. He's got 6.7 million.
Oh, 6.
You actually just missed 200,000.
No, that's because of this show we're doing right now. We just got 200,000 guys. That's a lot.
Yeah,
but that's funny to be so
200,000,
famous.
you're just like, oh yeah,
be so famous that you want to just kind of relax and come to New York and blend in and just build. That's a really interesting.
Are you worried though? What if you become very famous in America?
No,
this is gonna be terrible. Now everybody's gonna bother you.
It's gonna be a nightmare.
It is, right?
No. I'm good like this. I'm not looking for that. I'm just want to work on my act. I want to do stand up. I want to do. I don't know. We'll see.
It seems like everything's coming together right now because, like Jim just said, you have the tour coming up. You're going to tour pretty much all through January.
Yeah,
and then end the tour at Carnegie Hall. But you've also moved here, and you got a Netflix special.
Yeah,
coming out on the 24th of January. So like. You talked about like the people who are here that know you from other countries, from Paris, from Morocco, from whatever. If they show up to Carnegie Hall, are they going to be disappointed that you're speaking in English?
Oh no! They know exactly what I'm doing, and that's funny because. But it's interesting what you're mentioning right now because I've done shows in French in the past in America, and I would put some English in my shows, and expats were like, "Oh, don't speak English." They were shocked. No, and I even have a joke about that at the opening of my shows. I say bonsoir. In French, and then I say that's it for French. That's it. And they go, "Ooh, no, come on, French people. I'm trying to work on a new project, blah blah blah," and have jokes about it. They know it's in English, and the interesting thing, they're kind of supportive for this project from me, my fans from other countries. No, it's fun. It's fun.
Comics respect it just because the balls it takes.
Yeah.
To say, all right, I'm going to leave this place where I'm doing, fucking a Friday, Saturday shows in an arena and come here and just kind of build. It's like, that's such an artistic thing to do, and it's not for money. It's giving up a lot.
It's a personal challenge, really. Last week was really, really strange, funny, bizarre. I really, literally, I performed in Bercy, which is like Madison Square Garden here. It was 12,000 people on Saturday night. Then I flew and Sunday, and I flew here.
You did 2 nights.
On 8 nights. By the way.
8 nights.
Yeah, 8 nights. I did 8 nights.
8 nights at the 12,000?
I can't get concert tickets 8 nights in a row.
Yeah,
you can't get tickets to watch.
I can brag. I can brag a little bit to this morning. Yeah, I did 8 nights, and then I flew on the Monday to New York, and I jumped in a cab and I went to the Cellar. And I did a set in front of 400 people.
Right, you're trying to win them over, just not sure.
I was like, they don't love me yet. So I want to earn, and it's really interesting. I was so into, it's a. And comedy, we are crazy. Last night I was saying to this to Ryan Hamilton, he's a good friend, great comic, and I see him every night, and I was watching people say, we are crazy. We are crazy. We're doing a crazy job every day, starting over every day, asking, worrying, the doubt, and coming back. And I don't know. That's.
Do you feel like you start over every day?
Yeah, really.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
You never feel really good about yourself. Like, you can feel great about yourself, and then it's one shit set, and you're like, oh, yeah, they're right. I'm garbage.
Now,
it just confirms it.
Do you kind of, knowing that, if you have a good set, is there something in you that stops you from fully enjoying it because you know tomorrow it might not be good?
I enjoy a good set.
You can enjoy
I do,
it.
Yeah, it feels good. I know it was good, and you feel great.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that was good.
Because that's how, like when we're doing the show, even if we have a good, eventually when we have a good show.
I mean, we're never happy, to be honest, because I enjoy a good set when it's the last one.
Yeah.
But also I'm pumped and I'm like, I want to do another one.
Right.
And I don't know, we don't know. We don't know what we want, right?
Yeah, if it's one day you feel good, then I say
we want people to laugh. We want girls sitting next to us at the club. Right?
Yeah. So I would imagine, though, for you, like, you don't need to be famous. Like in America, doesn't your French...
I don't need to be here. Guys, I don't need to be with you this morning.
I don't need this.
Took me 45 minutes to come uptown. The guy downstairs doesn't even know my name. He butchered my name, asked me twice for my ID. I come and I see this guy I can see for free every night.
It really is fucking...
Norton.
This is the crazy part. This whole experience of the morning and doing all this, that's the crazy part.
It's the ID twice. Now, in France, if that happened, they know you. You wouldn't have a show your ID twice.
I mean, you know what
He just did 100,000 people and then went back to the cellar.
There's something very funny, and I think it's dangerous also. When I come home, when I get there in Paris at the airport, I swear, I'm not exaggerating just to make up the... I give my passport to the customs. Almost 9 times out of 10, they go like, it's okay.
It's all good.
What? That's my passport. I'm comfortable. No, it's okay.
We know.
It's okay. We know.
We know.
Now, are you single or do you date different women?
Okay, I didn't understand the dating process in America, but dating is I see different women every... Yeah. Is dating? Yeah. I'm single.
That's
right.
Good. That's the best.
I'm single. That's it. You know, being single in New York City.
Is it great?
Wow. Are you single?
Yeah, but not for the same reasons you are. I'm not single because I have my pick of amazing women. I can't get anybody to go for it. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You want to know how single?
On tour. He's gonna go back on tour. He's gonna be.
You want to know how single Jim is?
No, tell me.
He told me what he did last night, which is he went to a restaurant by himself and brought a newspaper and read it with his cell phone flashlight.
It was dim. The lighting's dim. I'm older. I had my fucking iPhone. I'm reading my newspaper with my iPhone.
That's single.
That's old man.
That's single.
That's a comedian. That's a comedian life. You know what I did yesterday?
What?
I stayed at home the whole day waiting for my set at night.
That's it.
That's crazy.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Writing, correcting things, trying not to do something else because maybe it's going to sidetrack me.
Really?
A little scared of maybe not be... crazy. The cold, in bed, writing and waiting.
And how long of a set are you doing? Like, how long of a set did you do last night?
15, right?
What do you mean?
15 minutes at the
like
set?
how long
15 minutes is a set, yeah.
For everyone.
And I do 3, 4, depends.
Okay.
You know?
But
and
you just sit there waiting.
Yeah, and last night there was... also, that's a new experience for me because I'm doing sometimes talk shows, whatever, and they come and they want to see the set before and they want the script and they want the video. It's new to me.
Yeah.
I mean, in Paris, if someone say to me, give me your script, I say, what? What?
Right.
Give me your ID. No, I mean, this is... But it's okay. You need to be humble. So this girl came... last night from Colbert because I'm going to be doing that show next week. And I gave my script, video, sound. They came see it live twice. They said, are we going to come back? But it's good. I'm working.
But it's got to be almost like a goof to you at this point. Like, that's got to be kind of funny.
What is goof?
Like
A
goof,
joke,
it's
like
like a
silly.
joke.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's kind of ridiculous. You're like, do you know how
No,
much...
I don't
you
wanna
don't
say
need to
that.
do Colbert. Okay, you don't.
I want to do Colbert.
I know you want to, but you don't need it. Like, you don't need to prove to any talk show.
I don't want to prove.
You
I
got
just wanna
6.7
be-
million on Twitter.
Yeah, but I want to be on the talk show in America.
Right.
With yeah.
It is
Right.
funny how and this all shows do it, they overly prepare you for stuff. They obsess over every word and every joke. And it's like, let the natural, let it, if the guy's funny and you see a set and you go, all right, he's funny, then you let him just go up and do his 6 minutes, whatever it is.
It's not even live. It's taped. Like,
Right.
you know, worst case scenario,
I think sometimes they should let go a little bit. Every talk shows, not only in America, everywhere. TV are, they're stressed. They're very. So I think it's good if they let go. But I would say yes to anything right now. I'm not in a position where.
Obviously, you're here.
I'm here.
Yeah, so a year from now, he won't come up into the show.
So tell me what's going on here. I saw many little houses here. It's like a massage thing. There's a lot of cabin, right?
Well, that's it. That's what we call them.
A lot of little places to go in and get jerked off.
Exactly. So
yeah, which basically every radio station you could imagine is up here. The hip hop station's next door. Entertainment Weekly's on that side.
There's one I listen all the time because I'm a very big Frank Sinatra fan. And there's one called
Seriously Sinatra.
Seriously Sinatra.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you don't even want to they do all the Seriously Sinatra in like a little closet down the hall. It's really not.
It's all
romantic.
voice tracking. Yeah, it's tiny.
You don't want to. It's not pre-recorded.
You would think that the Sinatra thing is like people hanging out with champagne.
Nothing.
No cigar.
It's all fake.
No,
all fake.
It's a guy with sound effects in a tiny little room.
So now this show is every day.
Yeah, Monday
our show
through
is
Friday.
every day. Yeah.
Then you're here every day.
Yeah, Monday through Friday, 8 to 11.
Okay.
Yeah, every morning.
Okay.
That's why I go on early at the cellar when I show up because it's just I have to get up.
So yeah, what do you? Yeah, you cannot go out really after your sets.
Yeah, I try not to. I just
every now and then.
Where do you live?
I'm on the east side in the 20s.
Okay.
In Manhattan. Where are you?
I live in Tribeca.
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
Isn't your because you were talking before about women changing their vibe? That woman in L.A. who totally changed her vibe after she saw you.
By the way, did you hook up with her?
People?
Yeah. Oh, you did. Okay, good.
Good.
Well worth it. Well done.
Yeah.
But I would think that the accent does enough to get the job done more often than not.
No,
doesn't it?
I did more than that. I how you say signed up on a dating app.
Tinder?
No, another one. Very, very.
Grinder?
No,
Raya?
Raya.
Raya.
Yeah, Raya's a good one. I strike out fucking horribly on Raya. I'm on Raya, and I literally, I'm like, nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
I talk to them, but they Google me, and I'm finished. That's happened to me a bunch of times.
See, here's the problem. He's very open
Jim.
about his stories.
Jim. Listen, I have the opposite.
Yeah.
They Google me and then they call me.
Right. See, with
him,
it's the opposite.
They Google him.
And they go, oh, this guy's trash. He's garbage.
He likes to tell stories about what he does in his personal life, and they come back to haunt him.
I know the stories. I know.
Yeah, Raya's got the hottest girls though. When you go to Raya, because you have to be invited.
I mean, based on picture, you never met any of them.
No, I think I met one, and we actually had a nice date. We went out. I had wanted to date her for a while.
Did you bring the paper?
What's that?
Did you bring the newspaper?
I did not. It was a nice little date though, but we only went out once.
But wait, I do that really often. I go and have dinner by just me alone by myself.
That's okay.
You don't do that?
No, I don't mind that. But
bringing the flashlight thing,
bringing the newspaper and the flashlight
it's dim.
is really bad.
It's dinner time.
That's really bad.
But
Yeah,
I have to read the paper. It's very dim. They had mood lighting for the
but if
night.
you go by yourself, you don't go in a very dim and ambiance thing, atmosphere like that.
Right, there's no reason for it.
Romantic. He wanted a romantic night.
He wanted to romance himself.
Romance himself.
I just took myself out. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, he went home.
That's masturbation. That's romance. That auto romance.
He went home. He lit some candles.
Yeah.
Then he'd start jerking off.
Yeah. The memory of my dinner.
Little present for him.
Some chocolates.
Oh, look what I got for me. Yeah. Some chocolates. Yeah. Little scarf.
I will say this: one of the hottest girls I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I like this.
Was with you at the Comedy Cellar one.
Really?
You might have just been friends with her. I don't even know who she was. But
last night?
No. This is a couple months ago.
Oh, Sunday?
I wasn't there last night.
You mean Saturday?
Different girl every night.
She was fucking stunning.
But he didn't say anything because he doesn't talk to people at the Cellar, Jim.
He's very socially awkward.
Nah, he doesn't want to talk to people.
No, he doesn't.
I talked to the. I sit at the comic table.
He runs. He goes on stage and he runs. He walks very fast.
I've been to parties with him.
So
very socially awkward.
Yeah,
very awkward.
Doesn't talk to people.
Doesn't
That's too
talk.
bad. He's smart. He's an interesting character. But
he likes to remain a mystery.
No, I never think people want to talk to me. So I sit down. I sit at the table all the time, and I never want to bother people imposing myself.
Really?
Yeah. So I just.
This is not what we think when we see you.
Oh yeah, no.
What do you think?
I love all the comics at the Cellar.
I think he doesn't want to talk to us.
Right.
He's too much in his thing, and he has so many things to do, and and then he ends up alone in the little dim restaurant. With
But I always say there's a comedian's table. I always sit at the comics table.
I don't sit there.
Yes, yeah, that's for you.
Sometimes
I'm always there. There's a little table in the
I get
corner.
a little nervous when I sit there.
Do you?
It's just, I don't know.
Do they know who the fuck you are?
No, it's just the language. It goes so fast,
Yeah. Yeah.
I prepared what I'm doing right now. I prepared it the whole night. It's all scripted. Since I got here, it's all scripted.
Our producers asked you for a script before you came in. Here's the questions. We need your answer. This one's not good.
Yes. We're going to tease Jim for being lonely at 10:40. And then
I think that Gad is taking full advantage of the women here in America. I think you're doing very well with women. That's my theory.
What about you?
I'm married.
You're married.
He's doing really well. His wife has made a terrible choice, but she's smoking.
Yes, I'm married. She's pregnant. The whole thing. It's over for me.
Pregnant. She was pregnant before
we got married. Yes,
right,
before.
okay.
Yeah. I met her. She was pregnant. I married her.
Yeah.
No, I inseminated.
That could be one of his jokes. We're going on his.
I inseminated my wife.
Yeah,
I did. I impregnated her.
Yeah, now
That's
she's
my
listening.
child.
Yeah,
but
and you're divorced. Oh, you got a.
No, yeah, I'm married for real.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not single.
Carol is gonna get married in a few months, right?
You are?
Yeah, Carol works with me. She's
is
from
she a
France.
publicist or is she?
Yeah, she's my left hand.
Oh, okay.
Left arm. Sometimes my right hand. No, that's strange. She said, comment tu dis, il m'a demandé en mariage?
Whoa.
You're asking me? Oh.
He proposed.
Jim thought it was. So he proposed and then he said, we're going to get married in 2 years from now. What do you think about that?
Well, I
would have said 10. 2 years is okay, though. It's a nice long engagement.
I think I did a year and 9 months. I think it did. It was pretty close to 2 years.
But if you propose,
a year and 9 months.
This is like something you want, energy, and you're in love, and you want to.
But you got to plan. You got to the timing. You got to do a whole bunch of stuff. It really takes a lot to get married. You know, you have to invite people. You have to plan the whole event. You have to do. There's a lot to do, right? So you give yourself a couple
I never
years.
got married. I have 2 kids, but I've never been married.
Plus, she's worried. She's got to do everything for you.
What do you mean?
Like she's got to be your right hand and your left hand and everything.
So she got
So she's got to sit there and like when I have time, I'll try to plan a wedding, but it's going to take 2 years with Gad's schedule.
I'm just a little. I don't like people who I work with when they get married and all that.
Because they got an outside life. Yeah. You don't like that.
You like them to be
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that.
There's enough going on with Gad.
Her own place, apartment.
No.
Yeah.
So you are.
Where's your priorities?
Boyfriend.
Yeah.
What is this? You said you were working with me.
So your Gad's assistant. So now when you have an assistant, do they know so much about your personal life?
Yeah.
Like, that's what always scares me.
Why,
about
you don't have one?
No.
Why? Because
there's just too much. Oh boy. No.
You're not the assistant type?
I don't know. I probably should have one.
I would like to.
This could be a disgusting
his
job.
assistant.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that'd be a fun job.
My assistant will have a hazmat suit. No, it scares me to. I don't know why I actually haven't done it. I probably should because there's so many things that I fuck up and forget. Like it's like I always felt like I'm not at that point in my career where I need one.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just a lot of things I make mistakes with that I probably should, so I don't fuck things up. It helps to have one. But the girl, I don't want to bother you when you're with her. Like I don't fuck with people when they're with a girl because I don't want to annoy them or be annoying or like she was. I don't even remember. It was months ago.
Gad is just like turning him over.
Yeah,
I know.
No. I mean, respect the woman.
Yeah. That's what I need. A nice French girl.
Is that what you're looking for?
Nice
Oh yeah.
You think you can hook that up?
Yeah, really.
I bet you can.
Just you give me just a few jokes in English. That's it.
That's it. Train jokes for girls. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh boy, will she be disappointed. All of a sudden, you'll notice she unfollows you on Twitter. Like, what? That fucking guy was weird. It's terrible.
Who's this guy?
Well, listen, we're out of time. That's the
Our
show.
show is over.
That's the show.
That's the show. That's a good time. I'm happy.
You just experienced the whole thing.
Yeah.
Gad is a really, really funny stand-up.
Yeah.
I have seen you on stage, and you're really good.
Gad will be at Gotham on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So if you're in New York, go to Gotham Comedy Club this Wednesday. And then the Oh My Gad U.S. tour begins January 19th in Denver, Colorado, and it wraps up February 11th at Carnegie Hall. Tickets are available at Elmaleh.com.
Elmaleh. You Google Gad Comedian. It's very easy to find.
Yeah, it should be gadcomedian.com.
Never been to Denver. How is Denver?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Really?
Awesome. Yeah, it's a great crowds. The elevation is 5,000 feet, so everybody's like, they smoke pot there. It's
a lot of pot.
They really are.
Because
They're
it's
amazing
legal.
crowds.
Oh, it's legal?
It's legal in Denver. So a lot of pot.
Are you doing the Comedy Works?
No, I don't know.
Theater?
Yeah, theater. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great place. You'll
awesome.
do excellent there. And then he's wrapping up February 11th at Carnegie Hall. So it's a short tour, a lot of great rooms, and Gad's a really funny act. I love what you're
so
doing,
much.
man.
And
Yeah,
I'm
I
at
think
the
you're great.
Cellar almost every weekend. So merci beaucoup.
And gracias, yes. Yes.
Spanish.
Yeah, okay, well, okay, sure.
Grazie.
Sure.
And,
yeah, so Google Gad and find out all about him if you don't already know. And you could follow him on Twitter, but he's got like 6.7 million.
He won't notice you.
He's not going to notice. Yeah.
He won't notice you. He's not going to answer your fucking
Guys,
questions.
I think I'm going to come back on that show. I want to come back.
Yeah, come back
when
anytime.
I'm in New York. I just come 5 minutes and say hi.
Whatever you want.
Come back in anytime. You're a good time.
And every time I come back with a different girl.
I would like that.
Oh, yes.
A lot.
Oh, yes.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
French
Dude,
girl?
she was
Yes.
so pretty, she was depressing.
I have an idea. What do you think about that? Hey, I have.
That's the Travis dog.
That's Travis, dog.
Man,
Oof, oof, oof.
Man, you've been.
That's Travis
I'm
dog.
sorry.
It's fine. I'm not here to be.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't.
Oh, you're just sorry because I'm. Just
Yeah,
because he's Travis dog.
How are you? I'm Gad.
I'm good. I'm Travis.
Travis dog.
Travis dog.
You lost your train of thought. You were going to bring some French girls here, and then you got distracted by Travis dog.
I have an idea. Carol, how do you say rubrique, segment, little segment?
Segment, yes.
Okay, we could. Okay, this is my idea. You tell me. Maybe you do a meeting with production and everything.
Travis dog is the production, so this is the meeting.
Sometimes I show up and we do this 5 minutes with a French girl.
Mm-hmm.
I bring a French girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Just bring this girl.
Sure.
And we have a conversation.
I know the bit we could do.
What's the bit?
I give her oral sex, and she tells me if I'm good at it. That's my idea.
Actually great. That sounds like it could work.
I've just been unfollowed by 250,000 people in France.
If you want to bring a French girl up here to introduce her to Jim, I would love that.
Man, that would be so funny.
It would be hilarious.
Okay, let's
do it.
Okay, let's do this. One day I come.
We'll
and
figure it out. We'll do it soon.
I'm
so bad at that too.
No, it's
We'll
going
do
to
a
be
bit.
great. It's going to be great.
It'll be fun.
The hookup. We say
Hook up. Yeah, we'll hook up Jim with a French girl.
Okay,
Yeah.
Travis, you will prepare a little,
Yeah, we'll take care
jingle,
of it.
something,
Of course.
very French music with the accordion,
Yeah.
voice, hookup moment.
Yeah, that'd be
Well, now
great.
we
That's
have that.
exactly what it's going to be.
Okay, there you go. Oh, recording done.
Big budget.
Yeah, we
Guys,
did
thank
it.
you so much for having me.
Thank you, Gad.
Bye-bye. Au revoir.
That's
And,
that's us. I'll be at the Tarrytown Music Hall New Year's Eve. That's my last show of the tour. And thank you to everybody who's been coming out to these warm-up shows. It's been an amazing last month. So thank you.
Make sure you check out Jim and Sam Show on YouTube, youtube.com/Jim and Sam Show. And you'll get to see, at some point, this interview with Gad on the YouTube channel.
Oh.
Very, very exciting. We'll see you guys tomorrow.